I guess let's go start the shindig.
We can pull trash and then do consumes and shit afterwards.
Hey, what's up with it, guys? Welcome back, welcome back. I think everything should be all set up. So tonight we have Castle, Nathria, Heroic. We kind of are switching up our days here. So today is actually our Heroic progression. Let's update our thumbnail. Oh, you know what? I have my wrong talent set up here.
The curses. The curse the tanks.
Will do.
Make sure you don't have your PvP bars on like I do. Keep cursing, please.
Give me 1 sec to get. I'm trying to get everything all set up, guys.
The non-stacking one is more important. It makes it so we can't heal.
What the hell is that? Are you kidding me?
Spread out if you can. Melee.
What's up, guys? Moralista, what's up? Have you bought the health PvP trinket for the conquest? 200? Yeah, mine's 220 eye level. Cause we're almost 2K. Okay, we're switching talents around here. The rest of that's fine. I forgot to swap. We were doing arenas right before this. Turn this down just a tad. Yeah, so I'm running the 220 eye level. I'll show you guys. So I got a couple upgrades today. So 220 because I'm my PvP rating is.
Travis, would you please drop a cauldron?
I don't know. Does that show over for you guys? 1978 right now. Oh, that's all his demo too, guys. So I plan on putting videos out because I've had some people hit me up in game thinking that like I played with a different spec.
Or just click it once.
So just for the VOD sake of the video, we're gonna start out here with Wilfred's. I'm gonna be trying this Wilfred setup. We have 200 eye level of the Soul Lighting Ruby, which is out of Theater of Pain. I got the 220 HP boost trinket because of our arena rating. We also got 220 gloves today, and I got a 216 weapon in my vault. So those are kind of like all the general upgrades that we have. And then our conduit, I know it's going to be a little off the screen for you guys here, but we're going to be running Born of Blood, the Ameni tree here for Necrolord. Trying to do everything we can. Pop flask, shadow oil. And feast. We should be going ham. So this is progression. So we've killed some of these bosses like once. So if I'm a little slow on chat, keep just spam your question again if I miss it or something, just because I'm gonna have to kind of focus a little bit, you know. Curious as to why I have Doom over Demonic Calling or Power 7. Yeah, it was just because I was PvPing before. I don't like Doom in PvE at all. I really like it actually a lot. It's kind of funny because I love it in PvP.
Oh, that personal food for 30. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright, I think Nate 8 should be good.
Glor, replicate, Nate, flask.
I was just waiting for Bull.
Really like the tankiness of Demo.
Question, I got a lock gateway from where we are to here. I'm gonna mark the other ones just so we can do calls.
Hopefully we do okay here in this opener off the bat. I think I'm gonna
so we're gonna do what we did last time.
gateway and then
So we
pop
start
everything
basically
right off
here
the
at this
bat.
gateway. We all hug the left wall if we can. Range be a little bit back. Melee just watch out for the frontal. He does his echolocation, we take the gateway to purple, and then when he does his line of sight mechanic, we go into purple. If you get the drop bears, the drop blood, just take them like back behind us and towards the wall. Don't take them to the center. And we'll be lusting up.
Really like the tankiness of Demo button 2's ranked. I always like some kind of finisher. If I can't kill a target, I win by resources. Yeah, there's a few different ways you can play it. It's taken a lot of trial and error to try and kind of figure out how to play 2's as Demo. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna go big damage here. I should be able to get 2, 3 shard handle Guldans off here
Yeah,
with
we wanna be
less.
to the left. We want to bait into the wall. Know with your echoes. Okay, take the gateway. Dodge the orbs. If you get echoes, oh yeah, okay. You have to drop them not at purple. Do not be at purple if you're dropping. On the side, around the corner.
Hey man, you can't drop that blood, be honest. Careful.
Check rings up.
I think I probably should have waited right there for Vile Fiend.
Going
I'll
on
try.
here.
Let's say go to a pillar. Blood is.
Shit.
Travis Trout. And we're just line of sighting during this phase. Dodge rings and line of
Couple
sight.
more shadow bolts off.
There's no reason to get hit. You ever spend like 10 minutes setting up raid cooldowns and they don't work? Line of sight. Drop your blood on the edges, line of sight. Line of sight.
I did that a little
Here's them.
early. Get this hand off. Go into Tyrant.
Line of sight.
In hindsight, I think Wilfred's might not be the best pick here because of that timing of having to deal with the other mechanics. I'm actually gonna save Vile Fiends.
Have to drop.
Save Vile Fiends for my Tyrant.
Look out for rings.
Try and drop it inside
Outside.
that.
Okay.
See, the thing is, like, if
A
I
lot of shit to dodge.
Tyrant right there, he's just
If you have to stand in a pool, do it at the last second to
Yeah.
dodge the shriek. It's better to stand in the pool for a second than to get hit by the whatever it is. Line of sight.
why am I like crouched? Does that always happen in this phase? I just haven't noticed that. Like sneaking
Outside.
around.
So do one more. Maybe not. Cool. Keep taking your blood to the walls.
Okay, we should have big damage here, hopefully. One more. One more Tyrant. Decimating. Big damage. I'm gonna try and reposition here a little bit.
Good job.
Huge damage there at the end. Holy shit, do you guys see all those crits? So this is my first time kind of trying this exact setup, trying to do this. In hindsight, I would not go Wilfred's on this first fight because you end up being at like 2-minute windows because of
Jay's
that
not here. We don't have
immunity
logs, do
thing he does.
Oh, we do not.
I'm logging for us.
we? Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
nice. Thank you.
Where do you want me to put him? I can just link the live log somewhere.
Just put it in the.
Do you used to
Storm
play Lock before you played Boomkin in Classic? No, not at all. I've actually like never played Lock ever in any expansion. But like what ends up happening with every expansion for me at least is I like will kind of play through a bunch of different specs and kind of try a bunch of different stuff and just see like which play styles I like the most. So like in Legion, I really like the changes they made to Survival Hunter. So I played Survival Hunter for like a lot of the beginning of Legion. So it just kind of depends because each class plays generally pretty different between expansions. It's not necessarily like playing a Lock in Classic has that many similarities to playing like a Lock in Retail. Or same with Balanced Druid, right? Balanced Druid's very different in Classic than it is in Retail. Like I love it in Classic, like that big kind of hard-hitting Starfire play style, but in Retail it's a little bit more like dot heavy. So it's just different play styles. I liked Marksman Hunter a ton. I played Marksman Hunter at the beginning of BFA. That was like my spec for a while. It just depends. It changes with every expansion, just depending on what tweaks and stuff are made to different specs. How your arena's going? Good, man. We're around 2K MMR in twos. I'm at 19. I think we're at 1978 rating right now in twos. My hope is to be able to push to 2100 this week as Demo Resto Shaman in twos. That's my hope. That's what we're going to be trying to kind of do. I don't know how much time we'll be able to actually be playing games. But if we end up playing games for like an hour or so, we've been pushing around 100 rating every time we're doing that. So, you know, obviously I think 2K to 2100 is going to be a tougher push, but we're doing good. And the games we're losing, it's not like we're just getting completely blown up. It's like there's things we could have done better, things we could have improved on. So I think we'll be able to get 2100 with that comp, which will be huge for a gearing perspective, right? Being able to upgrade all of our arena gear to 226. Keep getting Destro legendaries. They won't tempt me into respecting. Yeah, I feel that. I got this one is off screen for you guys right here. This one, I got this today. The Chaos Bolt legendary. Do you think Void Elf is a good race for Demo PvP? Yeah, Void Elf is definitely an option. I don't actually have Void Elf unlocked
super fast.
because I hate the Suramar stuff. So I haven't actually ever played Void Elf, but I think that teleport thing could be decent for sure. I think I was watching Chanimals. Do you guys watch Chanimal at all? He's Affliction Warlock. He's been killing it in arenas. Was watching some of his content, and he's saying he might respect Void Elf because of the blink.
We move him more right for the kill.
I don't have it unlocked, and I'm not super interested in that. I like Orc just for a lot of reasons. Orc is like preferred to me. I like the racials a lot for Orc. I like the aesthetics of Orc. Like I'm happy with my decision as playing Orc, but Void Elf is definitely a viable option in PvP.
So let's see. I'm gonna have.
Can you show us a damage breakdown? Sure. You're talking about for Shriekwing?
One of the ads.
We top damage last time. Yep. So
Let's see.
if you guys replay back this VOD, you'll see my setup. Every one of these Tyrants, the reason my Tyrant looks critting for 15k. Tyrant's hits are like 67 to 7k per hit, just hit, not even crits, right? Pretty massive.
Quan, you and Joda are going to be.
Reason being is we're using that health trinket trick.
Sorry, say that last bit again.
You're hibernating a shade.
Yep.
Cool. So phase 1 soak group is group 2, which means just
We're playing big Zug Zug Orc, yeah, exactly.
Run into the melee or like between melee and ranged, and then soak group will help you. Don't soak the entire raid. Sin Seekers, spread out if you have to. When
I'm
you
gonna swap off of Wilfred's actually here, guys.
Melee be on the
we're gonna
opposite
go
side of
Horn
the
Knight
range
there.
for the spread shot.
I'm gonna change this.
For the second dog, we're starting with him out at triangle. Healers just pump the shade. We have our 2 CCs on the shade. Sorry, pump the walking shade. The bear shades don't touch. Just let them CC. We'll kill them like 70 energy. We have 2 death knights. 3 death knights. After the first rip and shades, we'll bring them together and lust. And then phase 3, if you get your circles, get out fast because you slow as they go. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. You might have just said this and I might have missed it, but there's some kind of big damage amp on this fight, right?
Shades.
That's on the shades, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the shades take increased damage?
Once you CC them for a long time, they take more damage.
Okay. All right. That's what I was wondering.
Okay. If you died on that fight, please eat some personal food.
Does the Orc passive pet damage work for Demolocks? Yes. It's only 1%. It's not huge, but Blood Fury is very, very good with this 2-minute setup. I like the theme of Orc Warlock is cool. I like the aesthetics of how Orcs in general look. I like their animations, and I like Blood Fury a lot as a cooldown. I like the pet damage ratio a lot as a cooldown, and I like hardiness a lot for PvP. Like all those things I just really like. So if I hated the way Orcs looked, I might consider, but I just think Orc is a very, very solid pick. But Berserking for Troll could also be insane for certain Tyrant setups, right? All the ratios have ways that they can play into Demo specifically and have certain strengths, but I'm a big fan of Orc so far.
Polaris, you there?
Should we go for Demo PvP all verse and haste if possible? Yes, you should. You could get mastery, but haste is better because you can't always rely on your.
You're helping soak phase 1.
Let's go here. So if you get a demonic calling proc, you can actually squeeze in one more shadow bolt to get 2 full Hand of Gul'dan casts off. And you're still even a little early in that situation.
It's on Libby, go soak. Stand still if you're Sin Seeker. Soak.
I'm gonna save Vile Fiend here for my, my Decimating Bolt. Getting a ton of demonic core procs. Holy crap! What the heck? What the heck, dude? Like all of my imps are procking core procs. Are you guys seeing that? Okay, I'm gonna go Vile Fiend,
These pets are starting apart.
Dreadstalker, 2 shard hand. I didn't really mean to do that. Try and cap here.
Rip soul healers. Nice, it's done. Okay, CC the shades are still on the boss, everyone. Go ahead and lust.
I have 15 seconds here. I'm not gonna be able to catch this less. I'm gonna wait.
Sunbreakers, stand still, let people move.
Okay, I'm gonna go into it here.
Hit the soul healer.
Kind of a weird setup here. I'm gonna go ahead and just tire in a little early.
Okay, Sean, Crippen Moon, and Skullman, Crippen Triangle, we're gonna kill the ads. Everyone on the ads, save stuns from the almost cast. We need stuns. Good job. If you get your circles, you run to the edge of the room.
Same thing here. We're gonna hold Vile Fiend until we get to Decimating Bolt back up for the int buff.
Stand still.
Decimating Bolt into Vile Fiend, and I'm gonna cast Dreadstalkers as soon as I can. Shadow Bolt. Dreadstalkers. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna hold Demonic Strength here. Might be
Or this
best
can be
to cleave
focusing the
it.
dog, by the way. It's fine to kill him first.
Okay.
They share all damage anyway.
I know, but once you kill the dog, there's fewer mechanics and he takes double damage.
Thought that was on me. Okay, so I have 15 seconds till I have burst again.
Maybe pause 1 second.
It's on me.
Oh, we're good. Everyone's take your stuff out. Kill dog. Stand still since you...
Just kind of a weird order there. Should be okay though. Into Decimating Bolt. Demonic Strength. Trinket proc. Move from that. 22k decimate. Did you see my pet there? 22k. Demon Bolt. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Those are actually pretty big if I'm not using one of the other
We're going
legendaries.
too volatile.
Solid, solid, solid. Love to see that.
Joda, can you drop mage food? Sorry. Thank you. Of course.
What's the number add-on? It's classic numbers, is what it's called. Classic numbers.
Oh, okay.
It'd be fine. Look, we can hold on.
Goblin's fine too. Just flat haste is solid. Yeah, it is. I mean, literally, all the difference between the races, like whatever race you're playing, is pretty negligible. Orc for Horde, I would just say, is better for PvP because of the stun resist.
On the green shit. That's what gives the disease.
But Void Elf also has its,
COVID.
you know, use cases. But at the end of the day, like, there's goblins that are, you know, 2400 rated. It's like it's not make or
type
break.
them in
You
a
can do it
circle
as
around the
any
outside of the
race
room.
for PvP. So I'd pick what you just like more, you know? What are Mechanome racials? I haven't actually looked. I know what Mechanome is, but I haven't looked at any of their racials. Dark Iron Dwarf is also an option in PvP. Yeah, Dark Iron Dwarf is good too for Alliance. I think Human's very good just for the PvP trinket. It gives you a lot more options. But Dark, I mean, there's lots of options as far as races. You're a little bit splitting hairs. Like, there's very few games where I feel like I win the game because I'm playing Orc as opposed to another race. You know what I mean? Mainly looking at PvE, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it then. It's pretty negligible. I would say the biggest like difference in races is Human and Orc have an advantage in PvP situations on Horde and Alliance. That's kind of like, that's pretty much it. It's not... Blood Mallet's a solid information gathering point. Yeah, Blood Mallet's great. It's a good website. I haven't looked at it actually since Shadowlands came out, but that was what I used to use for like comparing all the Azerite traits or Azerite powers or whatever they're called. Once upon a time. Don't you have a problem with Windwalker monks in PvP? It's funny, is we were playing games before the raid, and like we played probably 12 games or something, and we went against like 11 Windwalker monks. Like literally every team was Windwalker monk healer or Windwalker monk with like a hybrid DPS. So the short answer is every melee is going to be a little bit tough until you can get good at being able to dodge interrupts. That's like a very, very significant part of being able to play against them. I don't have a huge, like a very difficult time with Windwalker monks in particular. But I've also started to kind of get comfortable with my timing of interrupts and like making sure that I'm baiting their kick out. So like I'll use like drain life to have them to force them to kick my shadow, and then I'll cast Hand to Gul'dan because it doesn't lock Hand to Gul'dan. So once you get a lot, you say a closet or rocks?
Closet.
I don't remember the order, but I don't think it really matters.
Oh no, it doesn't. I'll just
But that just takes some timing, which what I was planning on doing, I don't know if this is something you guys would be interested in or not, but what my plan was is to do like arena breakdowns where it's almost kind of like a play-by-play in like what I'm doing positioning wise and what I'm doing to counter certain matchups. and kind of like, I guess, like analyzing one or two games in like a video and then posting that video to kind of walk through it and like pause certain points and things like that, that I think would be the best way to kind of like explain
with volatile markers.
all of that.
Okay,
So Drain Life Lego is not bad if you're using it. No, Drain Life Legendary is good. I haven't used it yet, but I just know from reading it and the way that I use Drain Life, if you run Essence Drain, the PvP talent, it's a very, very good option, like all around. You could definitely play that play style all the time. Very, very good. Especially against melee.
The 4 markers. Each of these markers should correspond to one of the miasmas, meaning like you'll get a triangle, diamond, star, or a circle above your head, and that just means you move to that marker for the duration of your miasma. I'm gonna have
You guys want to see breakdown for Huntsman?
on diamond.
We did 4.9k DPS.
Star, group 3 circle, group 4 triangle.
22k Demon Fire crit. It's pretty nuts. Could you say those groups one more time?
Group 1 diamond, group 2 star, group 3 circle, group 4 triangle. It's okay, these size don't work well.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Okay, so the bosses in the
What's up,
center,
Dimitri? How you doing, man?
you'll
Good to
start
see
your
you.
group. If you get a marker for a different group, you go to that one, and then once it's done, you go right
No
back.
more Nax. We're taking a little break from
For
Nax.
volatile ejections, the arrows, we have people go to their left. So circle goes between circle and star. If there's 2 of you, you can stand side by side, but you really don't want to hit the group because then the next ejections probably kill someone. Those are the big arrows. For expunge the circles, everyone needs to get the fuck out so the tanks have room because their circles are giant. And then you should soak your own orb if you don't have miasma. And once you do that, find a friend with miasma and help them out. Okay.
These are big.
And then
These
for
would be
the
good.
big suck, we just ran whichever direction was closest, right? Is that how we ended up
Just
doing it?
straight away from the boss, like
Yeah.
to the
So
wall.
diamond goes towards where the boss is, circle goes towards us, and like triangle and star just go towards the walls on their sides.
What's up, Justin? How you doing, man?
Any questions? Robin, I'm gonna be on diamond. You can pick any of the other 3.
Can I play in first player mode?
It's no.
I'll go ahead and give you a yes on that one.
Alright, Ty goes to the positive for sure here.
Oh boy. Okay, so no questions. I'm gonna ready up.
You want Lost on Pole?
Yes, let's not pull. Tell you what, we'll do some checking for understanding. What marker is group 3?
Circle. Circle.
Good. Okay, someone else. What marker is group 2?
Sure.
Triangle.
Star.
Oh
Who's-
boy.
Triangle.
You said New York exploded.
Scroll up, guys. Look in the chat log.
In
Group
the
2 is
chat.
star.
Can I be Moon?
No.
Would you recommend
Well,
either
what's the
Demonic
resolution?
Calling or Power Siphon? I like Power Siphon a lot in
Star in the
PvP.
chat.
Are you talking about for PvE or PvP? I like Demonic Calling in
Okay, we're gonna
PvE
pull.
because getting that instant cast is huge for
Really
just
important
how
is
it
sponge. Even
feels.
if everyone else moves for you, move for the tanks. They need their space. They're claustrophobic.
Here we go.
Arrows coming out. We go to the left. Left. Sean, don't just go straight back. You go to the left of your marker.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're at like over 10k DPS right here.
Find your new spot. Expunge, spread out. Give the tanks plenty of room. And soak your orb. Find a friend. Get back to your spot. There's arrows soon.
You guys see that DPS? Holy
To the
shit.
left. Good. Go back to your spot if you don't have miasma.
I'm a
Miasma,
diamond.
Find a new spot or find your marker. Spread out. Arrows coming. Run away. Help him, yes, my friend. Stay with them. Arrows coming out. Get to your markers.
I burst back up in 10 seconds.
Go to the left.
I'm gonna build up to 5 shards, hand, get back to 3 shards, and then we're gonna burst again.
We get like triangle, get the triangle. Triangle, you're in the circle.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that wrong button.
It just swapped. Okay, expunge, get up. Help him, yes, my friend. Land's coming out soon. Good job. Get out. Help your friend. Health stones if you have them. Arrows, move to the left. Run away. Stay, help your friends. Find your markers, arrows soon. Injection.
Purple, get out. Purple. Is it, my buddy? You're in the wrong place.
Find your new spot. Sponge, get out. Get the tank stream.
Okay, we have our burst right here in 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and go for it after this bolt. 2 more. 1.
Oh, Wiggles,
2.
turtle.
We're a little weird on our timing here.
Okay. Here's a 2 of turtle.
Tyrant here. I'm a little bit early,
Alright,
but
you
it's
hit it off, there's
okay.
some orbs down. And hopefully you don't get line. Spread out. Help a friend after. Arrows, arrows. Okay, remember, it's always arrows after expunge.
Can we get another rallying right now?
Arrows coming out. Do the arrows, we'll be fine. Help our friends.
Circle, get the circle, please.
Fuck, dude, I keep getting...
Sponge, spread out. Probably don't have to soak balls unless they're super close because we can kill boss. Help a friend. Line's coming out. Lions get out.
Demonic
Go to your
strength.
left. Great job,
Let's
Egan.
go,
That
baby!
was so much smoother than last week.
Good.
Nice! You
Sorry
love
about
this
that first
boss? I
one.
actually
I,
really
like,
like this boss too. This is
said
actually one of my
left, so I was
favorite
thinking,
fights.
like,
So we
boss
actually did
left,
pretty
right,
solid right there.
back.
3.9k
Reload
DPS.
afterwards.
There's the damage breakdown. I'm telling you guys, this setup for the Tyrant is very, very strong, and as long as you focus
Go
on
to, Artificer.
getting that setup and you squeeze those in at times where you can get that full combo off,
If we have time tonight, we'll do Dark Vein.
Does
but
a
my
ton
plan
of
is
damage.
Artificer into Kale, and then either Dark Vein or Council.
why is Resto Shaman good
Alex
for
got a roll
demo?
off too, by the way.
because it provides additional damage. No, because
Gate opens though.
shamans have a lot of kicks and just good utility,
We'll find out.
and Hex does not DR with fear. So you go pet stun, our pet stun, into fear, into Hex from the shaman, then he can kick, then you can kick, and then you can basically do that again, and all of your diminishing returns have come back up off cooldown. So the fact that none of your stuff overlaps, and they can run the honor talent that lets them like Hex very fast. So you can go like pet stun, fear, double Hex, and then you can like pet stun again and coil, fear. Like you can just keep juggling the healer, and it's very, very hard for them to get any cast off. So it lets you get a ton of pressure just by the amount of control you have. Not to mention then, like, I can also fear the kill target. Like, if I'm on the DPS, I can fear the DPS to peel for the shaman. He can heal up, then he can Hex the DPS to peel for me. Right? You have a lot. Your CC just works perfectly together, and you don't DR each other.
2 hours, just depending on what we're doing at the time. Like, if we're doing well on pulls, we'll keep going.
What leg are you using in raid? The one I'm using right now is Horn Nightmare, because I'm not very good at Wilfred's yet. With this setup, I'm better at like waiting for the 2 minutes rather than trying to do like the fast tyrants.
Wow, like it's been like that for years.
I think Wilfred's is probably a little bit higher if you can play it well as far as overall DPS. I'm just not as good at playing Wilfred's. I'm better at the 2 minute setup because I do it in PvP as well, and so I'm just I tried it on the first boss and I didn't do great, so we went back to Horn Nightmare.
Healers, I'm not healing, so he'll be fine. No change.
Yeah, for PvE, I've been using Siphon and Nightmare Lego. That's a solid combo. With the Burning Core. Which one's Burning Core legendary? Oh, Bale Spiders. It depends. Power Siphon is good, but it has a little bit of anti-synergy in general because you consume your imps. So depending on when you do it and which imps it consumes, taking away 2 of your imps is chances for just demonic core procs anyway. The imps themselves do damage. If you're imploding, that's other, AoE damage. So it's not as much of like a net positive if you think about it, because you're soaking 2 imps to get 2 demonic core procs. It is more damage overall because the demonic core procs are making your demon bolts hit, significantly harder, and you pair it with like decimating bolt or something, it hits hard, but it's not as much of like just a straight increase because you are losing 2 imps whenever you do use it.
Oh, dude, you gotta get your cat.
There are times and setups and combinations you can do though where it does provide a lot of extra kill pressure.
An aspiring amateur taxidermist.
Playing Demon Log PvP is like playing Control Deck in Hearthstone. I haven't played Hearthstone, but by the name Control Deck, I am going to assume that is totally correct. It's very control heavy. You have a lot of ways to control, like Curse of Exhaustion.
Because you don't want them to see your dead cat on the table.
I feel like I'm yelling. Curse of Exhaustion's huge for just overall how it feels control wise, and having your pet stun be something that is not contingent on you being CC'd, having coil, having Grimoire stun, having the ability to fear, on like just constantly. You have a lot of things, and then I've also been running the Call Fell Hunter PvP talent, so we still also have a kick. It's very good. You have a lot of tools.
A dermist below it and stuff.
3v3's Doom is my major damage source, dude. Doom is surprisingly strong in arena.
Could also be a dermatologist.
Surprisingly strong in arena for sure. I initially was not a fan of Doom, and I've actually really grown to like Doom a lot. I also have really grown to like Vile Fiend a lot because Vile Fiend, I mentioned this in the last stream, but Vile Fiend is on the fire spell school for some reason. And so Vile Fiend is another good way. Like if you get kicked on Vile Fiend, you can still fear after, you can Demon Bolt, you can Hand to Gul'dan, you can Drain Life, all of that. You can Shadow Bolt. you can Grimoire, you can Tyrant, all of that you can do if you get kicked on Vile Fiend. And Vile Fiend's a pretty like long in your face cast, so I use it a lot to bait. So I can like cast Vile Fiend, I get kicked, I can fear, and then start casting Vile Fiend again. And it's very like intentional. You don't really lose any downtime because you can like start spamming your fear cast while Vile Fiend is casting, and it'll just immediately start casting once you get kicked on Vile Fiend. Power Siphon is strong because it's like shards and damage on will. Exactly. It does give you a lot of burst. I'm not saying don't take Power Siphon. Don't get me wrong. I played Power Siphon like exclusively in PvP early on, but I've gotten more and more
I don't need the money.
kind of like in favor of Doom. Mainly because you have it up always and the shard generation over longer fights and just the straight up damage increase with like cooldowns or like global cooldowns you don't have otherwise is pretty massive.
Alright, what about 3?
Probably kills.
Well, see, now I'm curious.
Here comes the. Okay, fine. Everyone back up from these mines if they spawn. Oh no, good. There's an assassin somewhere.
Love the Demonology vids and everything. Love to see a fellow Demo Warlock out there. Hey, thanks, Robin. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. Yeah, I have a few more video ideas. Did this Fell Hunter legendary? I'm not using it right now in raid, but I was using it in some BGs earlier.
I don't know. I just saw.
We did that poll. Everyone voted on the Dreadstalker legendary, which kind of surprised me. I actually didn't think people were. I thought people were gonna vote for the Life Drain one.
You know for a fact you walk over the mines in this raid group.
But people voted for the Dreadstalker one, so we made the Dreadstalker one. It actually
Alright, 2 mines.
very pleasantly surprised. I think.
Far away. Oh.
Don't quote me on this because we're gonna test a little more, but I think the Dreadstalker legendary is gonna be my go-to legendary in PvP. I think. Because think about it, like it stacks up to 30 and it has no timeline, right? So when you're playing Demo and you have this kind of control setup where you can kind of help slow down the pace of the game, you can basically set up a very big stacked Dreadstalker and pair that with your Grimoire Felguard, your Vile Fiend, and your Tyrant, and you can have like a really, really, really strong burst. Obviously, they can kind of like LOS you and stuff like that, but getting a 30 stack Dreadstalker out and then having it extended by 15 seconds, it's very like they can LOS your Tyrant. They can't really LOS Dreadstalkers the same way. So I think it's got a very good amount of like consistent burst potential playing around it if I can get a little bit better at it and kind of like being aware of the stacks.
I just don't remember her being here last week.
Do they maybe like cycle different named trash packs or something?
But it's definitely caught me off guard with how much damage it does for sure.
Or the stairs there.
We definitely fought her, and I don't think she did that much damage.
I think we fought her like in the circular room we already went through. I thought.
The downside, like I originally kind of thought the Life Drain legendary was going to be my go-to in PvP. The only downside is that if you're not getting focused, like say I'm playing twos with a Resto Shaman, right? If the Resto Shaman's getting focused, I don't get any value from that legendary, right? It's really only a good legendary if you're trying to survive. You could make the same kind of case with the Dreadstalker one, but the inverse, like, well, the Dreadstalker one isn't helping you survive like the Life Drain one is, and that's definitely true. But I don't know. I feel like just in situations like I feel like I'm already super tanky at this point by comparison, and I feel like I don't necessarily need the Life Drain legendary. I don't like the RNG of Horn Nightmare. The uptime isn't reliable for Wilfrids in PvP. So I feel like it's going to kind of either be the Dreadstalkers or the Sefus are kind of like the best options, at least of like what I'm kind of at least thinking now for PvP.
It doesn't count as a call, by the way.
But I don't know, man. I pretty much like every time I craft a legendary, it changes my perspective on different legendaries' viability and strengths and pros and cons in PvP, just because it's hard to really think through all the implications without actually playing with it. Dreadstalkers has an actual PvP talent dedicated. Exactly. And like, that's the thing is you cast Dreadstalkers all the time. And then I actually do like running, I was running, why aren't my talents coming up?
These mobs are so fucking annoying.
That's really weird. I'm running, it's not letting me pull up my talents, but I was running Dreadlash in PvP earlier, and I actually really like that. Because Demonic Strength is definitely good, but I feel like it's pretty easy for people to LOS or, like, you know, CC or Felguard. And I feel like it's very just bursty. I really like the consistency of Dreadlash. It feels like I just had a lot of consistent pressure that wasn't around some like big cooldown. And I feel like generally I'm kind of already playing a cooldown heavy type playstyle, that having one more cooldown, like, I don't know. I feel like too, the higher rating I'm getting, the less likely games are just finishing in the first 30 seconds. Like a lot of times there's outplay potential and just you're better at surviving, where I feel like that big, you know, cleave whirlwind burst that was kind of what I was doing originally at like lower rating, and like cleaving double melee and like your pet's just doing, you know, 50% of your damage just whirlwinding. I don't feel like that's really the case anymore with my games. I love the Demo playstyle. I've been playing it since Shadowlands launch, but get depressed at times when AF outperform me in PvP and raids. The way I look at damage comparison, like, for example, if I'm doing PvP, I mean, I don't really get out DPS that much usually in raid, right? In raid, we do well. We, like, hold our own in raid, where I don't feel like I'm playing a weak spec. And in PvP, the way I also look at it is, like, all my damage is single target. Whereas, like, druids, for example, will have just a bunch of cleave dots where they're doing a lot of overall damage, but it's not a bunch of single target pressure. So it's not really comparable. You can't really say, well, I'm providing way more value because I'm just doing more damage. It doesn't really work like that, right? Because if the healers can just AoE heal through all your damage, and you're not providing enough actual single target pressure to get any kills, it doesn't really matter. That's why, like, rot comps are good, but you have to stack everyone to rot so it's enough damage for them to not be able to heal through.
Melee, you are always dropping your wormhole on blue. For the first 2 phases, ranged is on star, and the 3rd phase, it is on triangle.
We're gonna drop our gate here so I don't forget.
For the last phase, what we're gonna do is...
Demo's disgusting in Mythic Plus with the right setup. Yeah, it's very good in Mythic Plus as well. Maybe give a Demo a go. I know we play AF Destro. Demo feels so different and need a lot of time to adjust. Love to hear it, Frank.
And then immediately start running again, and you should survive.
Demo is very satisfying to me. Like, getting the rotation and understanding how to play it is more satisfying to me than the other 2 specs.
There's just a lot of healing.
It's just my
For
personal
spooky
preference on it,
ghosts,
though.
You want to hop in, like, basically ASAP if they're near you. Then when they get halfway to you, hop back in, you'll probably be fine. For traps or range, try to stay away from melee if we can. Like, try to stay in, like, very far to the right, because they usually spawn around you, and then I'll be calling for me, DKs with AMS, Nate, Hunters, and potentially Warriors with Bladestorm to clear.
Warriors, if you Bladestorm and there are any traps in melee, just run over them. You'll lose no time and clear them.
Yeah, I really do like Demo and Mythic Plus, though. The, like, constant cleave and, like, different options we have to do AoE makes it really fun. Right? The fact, like, if you're an Arcane Mage, you're Arcane Explosioning, and that's it. Like, that's your only form of AoE. We have Fellstorm, we have Implosion, we have Demonic Strength if you're running that, we have Dreadlash if you're running that. Like, we have multiple ways of really, like, maximizing our AoE potential. And it's a very, like, I don't know, it's a very interesting, kind of, like, involved playstyle, more so than a lot of other specs are, I feel like. For me, Relic is the best PvP item. You can get 2/3 of my damage comes from me or my pet, and 15% damage proccing really often is huge. Yeah, the only... I could see that. It just random proc kind of stuff. The only issue I have with it is if it doesn't proc at ideal times, then it doesn't... Like, if you can't really plan around it, it makes it hard for it to be very strong, to me.
left. And
I
just
like
look,
the control of being
towards
able
squarish
to
from the
know
left
that
side.
something's going to happen at a certain point, especially in a PvP. If you're running like BGs and you're just talking about like overall DPS, it might
They
yield you
can
more
if they
overall
run
DPS. But
into
like
being already
in arena,
far
there's
back.
plenty of games
So
we
if
win
Round's
where
not
I'm
melee
not
range,
topping
it'll be fine.
damage, right? It's not how much damage I do the whole game. It's how much I can provide in a short window to secure a
Block
kill.
keys.
That's really the
On
gameplay.
the Saturday polls, you couldn't always get all the way out because you're also wheelchair like Loopy, but I don't think it was that bad.
No, I basically could once I got defense T timing down. What's your movement speed cooldown would be? Like 45 a minute?
Wait, gate
Talented into another one, so I have 2 of them now. So that's why I'm thinking it might be fine.
gate here to where?
Towards the boss.
Wait, so Loopy, what's the cooldown on anything?
We don't want it to get to yellow?
Cooldown and a minute cooldown.
I was
I
fine with
think
45.
you're actually fine.
You should be totally fine. What you do is just like as soon as he starts casting, run and hope that Clark taunts, and he usually does it.
I'll taunt.
Yeah. Yeah, we can try it without. Okay. Austin, you can put it back together.
God damn it!
Sorry, coach.
I'm so confused.
Like when you're moving furniture and like they're trying to tell you where to put it.
Yeah.
A little to the left, a little more.
Flasks are getting there.
Demo the Implosion Legendary is top tier Mythic Plus. You can maintain huge amounts of haste. Actually, yeah, I haven't played with the Implosion Legendary yet. I definitely want to.
Melee seed, or are we gonna have someone from melee?
Definitely want to. I haven't tried that one yet though.
Oh,
So you were Dat. I think our best.
I can do
What
it, just
Demo
wanna make
Legendary
sure
would you
someone
recommend
is
for
doing
what
it.
Mythic Plus,
you do
Wilfred,
opponent.
Synergy, or something else? So I ran like one dungeon earlier with the Dreadstalkers Legendary and running Dreadlash and From the Shadows, and I actually really liked it. But I only have run it once, so I can't tell you for sure that I like that. But I was very surprised at how much I liked running the Dreadstalker Legendary.
range, try to give the melee space because traps spawn under you.
This is Lust after the first big suck, right?
Yep. Please do not people. Hunters.
So we should have enough to get 2-3 shard hands off here.
Spooky ghosts. Okay, run around them into the portal. Don't run through them. We're gonna have to hit Koki when he comes back. He's in the back. Ranged hit him. I'm gonna clear trap. Watch your feet. Spirits. The trap by melee. If a warrior has blade storm, we can spin the one to our left, that'd be great. Don't follow the boss. Trap a shout.
Did I outrange that cliff, Claire?
I don't know. I swear
That was
I didn't talk to you
weird.
early.
Seeds. Wiggles, can you clear traps? There's so many melee that need to be cleared. Those are priority.
Okay, we got big burst here. Build up to 3 shards again. Oh.
Heroes loopy. Trap the traps. Thank you, Sarah.
Shit.
We'll watch your feet.
I didn't get my tyrant off. That sucks.
The furthest starport drop, by the way. Just keep that in mind. People running seeds.
Seeds. after next push in range. After next traps, I want Drizzt to clear. After the next one spawn. Dodge, watch your feet.
Is it phase 3?
Don't think so.
What? Okay.
Okay, clear the traps, thank you. Yeah, Liam out. Turn around.
Stage 3 now. Stage 3.
Skullman, can you clear the one by the melee portal? And these ones in melee as well. Oh, thank you, Ward. Okay, you're going to triangle, Ox 4, triangle. Perfect. Okay, start running away. Go in now. Going around.
Oh, I did it. That's the first time I've never died right there. Holy
Try a
shit.
little bit more if you can. Go back towards the trap. Watch your feet. The next big suck purpler, you're shouting during that, okay?
Got it.
I'm getting Blair's up.
Okay. The trap in melee if any warriors can get. Oh, there's some bad traps.
I think there's a trap on triangle.
I really messed up my cooldowns here. I did a
So
bad
there's some
job at
between you and
this.
triangle. Does anyone have an immunity? Chungus, can you soak? Thank you. Oh no, you got it. Run away. Watch your feet and shout. Watch your feet. Go in.
No, I missed it. Dude, I was like drifting. I was trying. I was so close. Damn.
Not for 3
I'm
minutes.
real bad at this boss. I don't know why
Try to keep going.
this boss is so tough for me. I also got kind of screwed when I got the mark on me, and my gate was on cooldown, so I just had to like slowly run over there. I guess I probably should be running Burning Rush. Would be my guess. One way I could fix that.
Watch your feet.
With Dreadstalker's Legendary, would you take Dreadlash Talent? Yes, 100% of the time. I think Demonic Strength is too strong. So Dreadlash is just always good, and it's
Traps, please.
it's applicable for both single target and AoE. It's just constantly strong. It's a different type of strong. It's not a big 1 minute cooldown, but it gives you single target pressure as well. So if you're running the Dreadstalker Legendary, your Dread Bites
Just wipe it up.
can crit for like 6k each. And that's 2 separate Dreadstalkers, right?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Every group I've done when the Sword of Annihilation's in the middle, like everyone always puts a portal in to collapse into. If you have the mobility to stay outside of the circle when the tear goes off, is there any negative to that?
No, if you don't need to use the portals, don't use them. Keep
Okay,
death as fast.
because yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I could just DA it and hang
I
outside.
have level 2 Wilfrids and level 2 Synergy. I'm kind of stuck with those. Yeah, neither of those are bad. Like you,
Okay.
Wilfrids could be fun. I think if I was gonna play Wilfrids in,
Yeah,
in Mythic
no, I just didn't know
Plus,
if there was a reason, like,
I would
why.
not use Grimoire Felguard.
Loopy, if you get it,
What's up,
like,
Yade?
bomb
How you
plus
doing?
annihilation, can you DA and just run left?
I think if I was gonna play Wilfrids, I would not play Grimoire Felguard. And I think if you're gonna play Demonic Synergy,
Otherwise, I'll res you.
like run Demonic Strength and just be aware of when you get those procs, and I would like time Demonic Strength maybe around those procs probably would be like how I would try and play Synergy, because Synergy only applies to your Felguard, right? So like if you look at our damage spread, like let's just look at that last attempt. See how much damage is my Imp, see how much damage is my Tyrant. Not at all applicable to Demonic Synergy, right? This is obviously a raid situation, but you get the point that I'm making. Dreadstalkers, doesn't matter. Demon Bolt would be applied. This would be buffed by 15% whenever I get the damage amp from Synergy, right? These two right here would also. Isaac, my homeboy, Melee and Legion Strike. Handed Gul'dan would be me. Dreadbite would not. And then the rest of this stuff would. Vilefiend would not. But you see it like, this is 35-40% of my damage. Hope did I miss this turn? That isn't going to be affected by Synergy. That's the only reason I just don't think it's that strong for,
Please don't release
at least for like
20 minutes after
raid
everybody
stuff.
has.
PvP, it's a little bit of a different damage spread, right? Generally, more your damage is from your Felguard.
Just let us res you.
And in Mythic Plus, you might be getting more damage from...
Keep going.
We're gonna go for another few pulls.
Real slow, just waddling around.
Once everyone's
What's
here,
up, Shosh? How you doing? Anything interesting in the vault? We actually did. We got a weapon.
refresh your flask if
216.
those run out.
216 weapon. Feels real nice. We also did enough. We got our conquest cap today, so I also got gloves. 220 gloves. So it was a good day for loot so far. How do you get your damage numbers to look like that? Is it add-on? Yeah, it's an add-on called Classic Numbers. Classic Numbers.
Actually, Joda, will you drop a cauldron? A lot of people are missing it right now.
Yep, it's done.
Take one.
I'm using Doom Soul Strike. So good resource providers. I don't use Shadow Bolt. Makes you really mobile. Yeah. That's definitely a playstyle. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that most of the time yields the highest DPS, but I haven't really played with those that much in PvE. Definitely an option though. I feel like that's more of a thing for PvP because I feel like in PvE being able to cast is more contingent on you knowing the mechanics pretty well rather than like just you aren't able to cast like in PvP, right?
Rocky Feast.
Is main hand offhand preferred over staff? I don't think it really matters. It's just what you get item wise. Like if I had a 220 staff, I would use that. It's just whatever is the highest eye level. Like stam and int is the biggest thing. So whichever one gives you the most, depending on what gear you have.
Can we get another shout and int, please?
My net's bonked. I'll have to ask again later. Shosh, I got a good weapon and good gloves.
That was still like a very smooth attempt. Good job.
About Doom and Soul Strike, I was talking about PvP. Yeah, that makes sense. It's definitely an option for
Tanks,
PvP.
if for some reason there's like a terrible
For sure.
overlap with either a seed and you're dropping your bomb or like annihilation, just like ask for an external.
Okay. Claire, do we know what happened when I started running with the glyph, and then he stopped casting it, and then started casting it on you?
I don't.
I think we'll get this down right here, though.
I think change nothing for now. The only guess would be that you have to be in melee for him to apply it, and normally it's fine because you start running but you're like on the other side of him melee still.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I really don't think I taunted too early.
He didn't, because it literally said in chat, glyph on Loopy for 3, 2, 1, and then
Yeah.
glyph on Glar 3, 2, 1. So
Yeah. So
it tried
maybe it's just like run to the other side of him and wait until the glyph is finished, because I think you can get far enough from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea.
I'm gonna save potion for Bloodlust. I think timing wise, I should be able to do 2 burst combos back to back before we Bloodlust.
Good job on the pull.
Five shards. 4.
Spooky ghost.
Wow, I'm in a really weird spot.
Clearing.
Could wait for Decimating Bolt to come up before I Vile Fiend.
Back up a little range. Just have space now. Watch your feet.
Vile Fiends into Dreadstalkers. Hand. That's big if you can get that combo off like that because you get the all of your minions up with the bonus int, which is pretty big. Oh no, go! Go!
We're in phase 2 now.
Jesus. Okay, we have our burst up in 25 seconds.
Seeds coming out. Watch your feet.
I wasted my shard right there. Not ideal. It's okay. I'm actually going to save Dreadstalkers here for burst.
Thank you, sir.
I can actually get to 5 here since I had Demonic Core, Tyrant, Decimating Bolt.
Players is trapped, break him out.
Where is he?
We need it.
Oh,
I have a little bit of rougher.
Seeds, yeah. Call for a left group with their character name if you need.
Needs an external. Oh, no, never mind.
You good. Portal.
wait for Decimating Bolt here. Oh. Vile Fiend. Dreadstalkers. Nice, I actually got 2 full hands off right there with that int buff. That's big.
Nate, can you bubble the portals? Thank you. Sorry,
Okay, I'm gonna hold my next burst cooldown for when we lust. Because I think the timing was like right around that.
Okay, we're gonna get one more set of
Same
portals in
time.
triangle range.
I'm also gonna hold Demonic Strength. I'd rather save it for when I have big cooldowns.
Travis, on the suck, I want you to shout. We're running.
Go!
Travis.
I was real
Go
early.
inside.
Oh no, dude! That's so annoying! I don't know if you guys saw my circle. There was a trap got laid like literally right on top of my circle, so I couldn't use my circle there either.
Yeah.
Really shitty. Damn, dude, we were doing pretty solid up to that point.
Jersey, can you clear those incoming traps that are like by the one hole? Thank you, someone got them. If you want to get the others, you can.
I think once we just get past like into that later phase, I think I need to play just in
this is gonna
general
be a good
closer to
shot.
the wall.
Go ahead and shout.
Maybe even reset gate
Get sucked in.
as well, since we're only dropping gate at the green marker.
Clark.
Yours,
I'm
Clark.
right now.
You know what I mean? Like, that might be what I need to do once we get into that later phase. I'm trying to think of how I can change that, because I can't. I had no mobility there. I had nothing I could use to get out of that situation. How do you get those wings you were wearing?
Sarah, can you cloak those 3 traps?
Wings I was wearing. I don't
Watch your feet.
have any wings.
You can just res anyone who was high on DPS.
I mean these shoulders? I don't know what you mean by wings.
Libby, you're coming up right now.
Yeah, you may want to wait.
One sec real quick while they
Running.
finish this.
Gork, the purple, this is your shout. Get sucked in. Someone's in a trap. Break them out. Come on, DPS. Watch your feet.
I'll follow.
On the boss.
Follow boss.
Do not follow boss. I sucked you. Smart shot. Run away. Get sucked. Watch your feet.
Are we gonna kill it?
Don't follow boss.
So close.
Can anyone clear that trap? Do you have blades from purple?
I have Ravager. It doesn't work. I tried it.
Okay.
With the dog logo, do you think it's good to keep it at 30 stacks in PvP? Not all the time, but I like that you have that option. You know what I mean? Like, it gives you... There's plenty of times where in PvP, like in arenas specifically, where
That's not really good.
you want to set up for big damage. You don't necessarily, it's not like overall DPS. It's like you're trying to set up.
Traps on the ground.
And I like that you have that option to set up like that.
They may not be where you expect them, but like before you dash or do anything like that, look for a trap, because if you get caught, it can really screw us over. All in all,
We're so close.
And that includes the Warlock one.
Yes. Probably don't release.
Think he's talking helm? I don't have any helm on. My helm's hidden. It's just my super dope mohawk.
I'm gonna look out for traps more like on my way back.
See, like, this is what, if my hair was long, this is what my hair would look like. You have like a receding hairline,
Like, after I drop the ball,
and you have a mohawk.
Traps, because the boss.
It's a good idea.
I could grow my beard like this. This would only take me like a year. See, like this receding hairline? Boom. I identify with my orc. We're supposed to wait, right? I'm not supposed to release, am I? Are they from the hood of the Malefic? The shoulders, the transmog I'm using right now is from the 1800 rated PvP set. Oh yeah, I do. You're talking about the helm. The helm. Let me show you. I don't know if this lets me pull this up. It's so annoying. I think this is off screen for you guys. Let me see if I can find it. So these helms, this is on screen right here, that do this. These will give you wings when you jump. It's an animation that's associated with the actual helm. I actually do really like that helm. I use those helms a lot, like the tier 6, and then it's like a mythic, I think Tomb of Sargeras or somewhere else has like another transmog that's like the green recoloration of it. And I use those transmogs a lot too. I really like those as well. I don't have that transmog on currently though. Okay guys, we won't die here. I feel fairly confident that if I didn't die there, we would have killed the boss. I think I would have been able to do enough damage to make up that 400,000 damage done. I think... So I think potentially moving the gateway once we get
if you can, if you like
later into the fight
in the guild bank in like the Flaskman's tab, that really helps us with the cauldrons.
Just any flask?
Flask of power, not stem.
Okay. Also, if you're not already doing so, 3% pull. Everybody should be using potions.
Yes.
Could have had it maybe.
I have moved green slightly more towards the center to give us a little bit more leeway, but just know it needs to be like not on the direct center, be put on the marker. If it's on the sword, we can't take it.
I'll post it here in the beginning too. I think it'll be up in time. Have you considered using Voidwalker in your first tyrant with Bulwark? I don't think it's worth it. That's just too. That's too. I think that's too much stuff for not. I mean, it's like a 75 increase damage to consumption, which isn't enough. I don't think to warrant having to mess with all that. Not to mention the DPS loss between your Felguard and your Voidwalker.
Okay, we're gonna pull.
You definitely
really
could do
happy
that,
with
but
your,
I don't think
there was,
it's a
like,
net
one trap
positive
maybe
doing
that
that.
time. Good job on that.
I could be wrong. It might be, but I don't think it is. 5. Okay, so we're only going to get 5 shards here.
Watch your feet. And spooky ghosts. Use the portal. Hit Gorik.
I got caught.
Hit Sarah. Good. Sarah, will you cloak the traps?
Waiting for Decimating Bolt here to come back up off
Okay, never
cooldown.
mind. Perfect. Oh, you missed one, but that's okay.
Can I ask that you guys do not stun people that are mind controlled? So we don't have to dispel them out.
My bad. Spooky ghost.
Especially scary if priests get a vamp touch out.
So on the ghosts, like, they'll focus you and CC or MC you if you run into them, but they're rooted for a second. So just go around. And we're in stage 2 anyways.
Feel like I need to move my
I'm gonna clear.
move my circle up. I have burst up here in 10 seconds. I'm gonna dump my demonic core procs. Whoa.
Seed. Potion rain.
I'm gonna just pop that proc there.
Sarah, if you have cloak, then next set of traps. Once they come out, do it.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
wiggle out. Rain. Quan, we don't have portal.
Yeah, I see it.
The trap in melee. Thank you. Watch your feet.
Decimating Bolt, Vile Fiend here.
Yep. Sarah, can you clear traps? The ones by melee and the portal are most important. Thank you. Good job on Lilac coming out. Run against it.
Running. Running.
Go in. Lost Figure's replicate. There's a trap, get them out. Range. Actually, Sean, can you go circle those traps after AMS pops?
Yep. Going now?
I was a little early there on that, but
Travis shout.
I don't have movement. This is gonna be a little scuffed.
I don't have potion up here either.
Strips like right behind.
Thank you, Joseph. Run away.
Okay, I gotta stop casting here.
PM shout, please. Oh wait. Fuck. Purple shout. Go in.
Oh my god, what?
Want me to get Alec up?
Yes. Oh, he onked.
Okay, we still have the viewers.
Get.
You wanna get
Plumber
me up? What?
Getting Plumber up.
You don't soak shit. We're fast paced too, your portal doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna soak traps.
Dude, watch your feet.
Damn, dude, I feel like I was in that portal. Like, I feel like I literally died standing on top of the white circle.
Traps, careful.
Get one in.
I mean, I was obviously like a second too late there, but
Heal him. But leave him in for now. Get ready.
we can still pull this off, though. Get the Tomb Guard out. Might be worth it, man.
Loop is down. Okay, don't follow the boss when Glug goes.
Drain Life has one weakness. If it's dealing damage to a shield, it doesn't heal. I didn't know that.
Watch your feet. Do your best to get to the red spot. Don't follow. Watch out for those traps. Let's just be between circle and the wormhole, Glar. Oh, these portals are interesting.
Fine, let me die. Let Blair start. Just let Blair start.
Run. The portal's super close, it's gonna be really wonky. Go in.
What timer? Like, what timer is it that they're seeing that? Hey, we still got second on damage.
Keep healing.
Take it.
Good job.
Why does he go invuln but I don't? Like, we won, but I still died? Fuck that.
Good job, everyone.
We
I
did
was
it.
alive the whole time.
So proud of you, Plum.
Yeah, if you get a battle res during this, it's probably because you can soak.
What'd you say, Luke?
And I did.
Oh bullshit, I fucking clipped the portal as I was running away, and I had like my movement speed stuff, so I would have been fine. But I got sucked into the portal.
That's how I died on the previous one.
Are we dancing now?
And as I was jumping, both the jump
Is it the
went off
dancing
and the
boss?
portal, so then they were both on cooldown.
We are going to Sun Kings next. Oh, actually, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. So log out for flask and food if you want.
Hey, Austin, before you take a break, can I get a portal, please? Or a closet, wherever you are?
Can we do it when we get to the next like boss room?
Sure.
You're an assassin.
This is the worst break ever. Is it up or down?
We're doing Sun King or
Sun King.
we do not want to be going downstairs then.
Yeah, we gotta go
I was
to the
just
right,
testing
go
you
across the
guys.
hall, and up. The assassin's right here. Do we want to just stop here, or do we want to clear trash to the
Dead for a minute and second on damage. I know. I'm really bummed I died there. I'm not understanding that portal mechanic well enough. I keep messing it up. I've died a lot on that portal mechanic, not timing it well, and it's very frustrating. I need to pay more attention to that, figure that out. What legendary are you running? We're doing Horn Nightmare. So if you guys watch my legendary for like rating video, basically right now we have two options that are viable. Arguably anything is viable, but that are optimal that seem to be doing the most DPS is Horn Nightmare and Wilfred's. This one, Wilfred's. but I'm not very good at Wilfrids. Wilfrids, you basically have to be very fast, and you want to get a tyrant in between. You hold your Vile Fiend for every tyrant. It's a little bit of a different playstyle, and I'm just not very familiar with it. I'm more comfortable with this one. I think Wilfrids technically should perform a little bit better, but I'm not as good at playing it. So for that reason, I'm playing Horn Nightmare. I think potentially in the long run, I'll probably run Wilfrids more as like my main setup. But Horn Nightmares are really, this is a little bit of an easier rotation with this like health boosting kind of orchestrated burst situation. It just takes like, it's a lot of setup. So adding in the whole, changing of your tyrant cooldown is just a little bit much for me to manage while not being super familiar with all these like raid mechanics and stuff. What's up, Hossein? How you doing, man? My guild just down Nathria on normal. I'm playing Demo and running Horn Nightmare 2. I'm always top 6 for DPS on our group of 20. Loving Demo so far. Hey, love to hear that, man.
So those blue seeds, they still.
I think this setup seems to be the most potent as far as like our DPS and our burst. This setup that I'm doing. Do you have a problem with Night Phase Seeds as Demo? Yeah, in PvP, kind of. Here, I'm gonna raise the desk up real quick. Short answer is yes, I do, but I have a weak aura.
It was like the withering dot or whatever.
I'll show you. I have a weak aura that
That's just something the boss puts on about 2 or 3 people at a time.
Oh, okay.
The weak aura basically yells when the seeds are happening. How do I show it?
No, I don't blame you. I was like,
It's this one, kill the pod. So like this big message pops up on my screen when seeds happen. So I'm pretty quick to like be able to swap to him. And that helps a lot as far as the seedling stuff. I really don't like how that's a mechanic in arena. I feel like that definitely shouldn't be an arena thing. It's super frustrating. I only have one legendary at the moment. Wait for the implosion one when I run Mythic Plus mostly. It does perform really well on cleave fights. Imploding with Tyrant gets 3 to 4 extra attacks in. Damn. Yeah, I could see that. You get massive haste with your Tyrant up. That could be solid for sure.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
But I got hit for like 3 ticks of that dot for like.
I think Demo is better, or maybe better at patchwork fights and not on Sire. The fight that I have the hardest time with is Demo is the dancing one. Because those guys go invulnerable all the time, and your imps just keep attacking them. So you just end up wasting all your imps, and your imps end up usually being a lot of your damage. Let's look at our damage spread for this one. Right? So like, if 16% of my damage was, give or take, was getting negated, it would be pretty tough. So I'm having a hard time. Like, that's a fight I potentially could see myself going like Destro for.
I got a spare tome on me if you want to open trade with Souls there.
I appreciate it.
What do you think about Succubus builds? I like the Succubus build. It's fun. I think it's one of those builds that's going to be really good, and it's going to get more fun with the more gear that we get. Cool. Since it's like percentage scaling, right? It's like 15% shadow damage. I think it will be more enjoyable once we get a little bit better gear, and you could like set up to basically global people with Demon Bolt Burst. It's a little bit tough, I feel like, right now, and it's much more dependent on you casting all of the time.
At least the other warrior Reddit. Apparently, Potion of Phantom Fire is better than raw stats.
Cool.
I was curious what your take
for
was.
AoE.
No, for single target.
The Phantom Fire single. There's a different one that is pop for AoE.
But the Succubus setup is for sure an option. It requires you to like hard cast a little more, which I think I would be better at playing it now than I was like a few weeks back. I've gotten more comfortable with like casting in PvP and
For
like
mages,
you know,
it's
juking
within
kicks and
30
things like
DPS,
that.
but I'm sure
But I don't know that I would be able to outperform the current setups that I'm playing with the
Coach, can you
succubus
drop a
build.
Warlock thing? Thank you.
Can you drop a warlock thing? Can't wait for the last conduit in our soulbind, the CC immune during and after fleshcraft. Yeah, I think that'll be actually really cool too. I'm curious the different ways we can play
Break this
that.
over, please log back in.
Oh, Sabbath Games with the big tier 1. Hey, thanks, dude. 8 months and still no Boomkin cosplay. Were you in the group before? Oh no, you just joined. You see I got second on damage and I died like a minute early?
Yeah, yes, please. If you could snag me 5.
Don't you love being the only lock in the raid? Yeah, it's so fun. I was really hoping to do arena, but Henry kept sending me invites.
Yeah.
The next boss we're doing is can't remember the name. I'll be able to tell you it. It is Sun King Salvation. I think I messed this fight up a bunch when we did it last week. I think I dropped stuff in the wrong area.
I think we go up, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think
Unless I'm thinking of the wrong fight. If this is the one on the roof,
I stole one of the mats.
is this the one on the roof? Then I messed it up last time a lot, like where he throws the daggers at you and you're supposed to like spread out. I like ran to the wrong side. I hate that fight.
Just don't like this anymore.
Is it super different on heroic? Oh,
Oh no, he's literally in raid. What the fuck? When is he? When did he get here?
During the break.
Sun King is in the roof. Is that the KT fight?
It's like this one I remember fighting. The one that one shot us, like I don't remember fighting.
So, stupid question. I'm very, very tired and been up for almost 22 hours. Does anybody have a mailbox?
Yeah.
Alright,
Talking to the boss.
Thank you, Mr. Raid Lead.
Just if you want to steal that haste buff, it's nice.
That wasn't as stupid of a question as I thought it was going to be when he prefaced it. Seems like kind of a normal question. It's not that weird. It's not a good fight for Warlocks. Nice, I'm super excited.
So has anyone else seen stuff about just not killing Darathos?
Oh, this is the one I got the 100 parse on. We got this.
I'm pretty sure when I was watching Limit do this on Mythic, they just didn't kill Darathos for all of phase 1. They just got him low. And it just stalled the spawn of the rest of the ads. And then when, right like as KT Shade was about to come down for the first time, they killed him.
That sounds interesting and might work. For the first pull, we're gonna be trying what's it called? Oh, I'm gonna drop a feast. Feast. For the first pull, we're gonna be doing how we like traditionally do it. But healers, we're gonna be like pumping. We're gonna just still be trying to basically phase kill as fast as we can. Off the start, Replicate's gonna pop Guardian Spirit and him. Once that's off, I'd like Blair's to Guardian Spirit. and then heal for the Guardian Spirit once that one's done. I'm just gonna pump. The most, I think, so the two changes. The imps now explode for a good chunk of damage when they die, 7k. So don't Gorfian's grip them all in. I think we'll be okay. It's just extra healing. And during the shade phase, he will randomly turn before he does his giant frontal. So what we're gonna do for the shade phase is we're all gonna go to blue square, and the boss will be on blue square, and Glar and Loopy will have the boss like facing towards where we are now, and we're just gonna move down that line every time there is an Ember Blaze? What's the big soak?
Yeah, replace
Do you choose to play low
basically
quality
we
for
stay
raids and
there.
stuff?
The Phoenixes,
Well, yeah, I get like frame
Cold
drops
Mountains.
if I'm streaming
Yes, I believe
and I play on high resolution.
So,
It's like too
Masters,
much shit
Earth
going
Grab
on my
Totem,
computer.
Tap Totem, Ursul's, just, like,
I would
more
love to
annoying
play at
Phoenixes.
max res, but I
So,
can't
like,
do it
as
in
we
stream at
phase,
the same time.
Entire raid needs to sprint to square. We're gonna stack up. Every time there's an Ember
I need to
Blaze,
get some computer
they're gonna
upgrades.
move the boss so we can like inch along the wall and be out of the fire. And then I'll be calling out if he turns to do the frontal, and if he does it, you're just gonna run through the boss. And that's basically it. So, as we've seen on normal, it's like if you're not stacked, you just die with Ember Blaze, and we all watch you, and it's not fun. So we just get to blue. Besides that, we'll go into the next phase, and we'll just keep pumping. The ad kill order is still like Infuser, Occultist, Gargoyle, Assassin, Imp. Are there any questions?
May I have mailbox, please?
Yes. Can I get another Imp, please? Got some new folks. If you need a mailbox, come talk to Katie.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Make sure we CC infusers when they come out.
Yes, be stunning and slowing them.
John, trade me.
Do you mean about the Imps, Jetta?
Yeah. That they explode now when they die.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Is it? Let me
I'm
just
gonna
look
try
real
something
quick.
different here.
7 yards, like 4k damage per ad.
I'm gonna
It
go
is 3 yards now.
Wilfred's because
Oh,
I
no, you're
think
right,
the
you're right, it's 7 yards
timing
now. So yeah.
of this is not gonna be 2 minutes
don't-
because we're gonna try and kill the middle guy, whoever it
I
is that
haven't
spawns in
really
the middle.
Paying attention to how we kill the Imps, but if it's a huge problem,
I
then
might
we'll
change it
go
after this,
solution,
but I
like,
think this is gonna
don't
be the
death
better
grip
play.
Imps in. Just let
Oh,
range
am I
and
not
shadow
using
boost
oil?
and
Good
stuff death
call.
them up and
Yeah,
down.
it fell off. Good cut. Good catch. Good catch.
Okay, so to start, replicate is
Where
Guardian
did the
Spirit.
phoenixes spawn?
I think in the center. Hopefully.
Fairly certain.
Just started WoW. I'm a Demonology
spawn the
Warlock
shit
player,
they do
level
anything
42.
to
Any
resist
tips?
I just want
Ooh.
Quan to drop Ursals as soon as they spawn, or Master Roots as soon as they spawn.
That's a long
and then
answer.
We'll be running to Square.
Yeah, there's all kinds of tips, but I think the best way is just watching some of the other like previous videos that I've done about different kind of builds and rotations and stuff.
Go to start.
From the previous mechanic, I'm assuming.
Okay.
The biggest thing I would say is set up macros to control your pet manually and control your Fellstorm manually.
I'm not doing it, and we're gonna pull.
Don't let everything just auto cast.
DPS when you can, please check the pedestals. They were buffed and help now.
DKs can just grip in occultists too.
Yep.
Pump. Spread out with circles. Spread out with arrows as well. Return to stone. Really awesome. Use the pedestals. Now's a great time if you're not getting circled. And remember, don't interrupt someone else's use.
I called next.
Healers heal the fonts. Good.
Soul Man, I'll take after you.
Player's Guardian Spirit. Thank you. Oh, heal the Essence Fonts all the way.
Oh, this is all scuffed.
Good. Keep coming to 45. TPS, keep doing pedestals. We got a Vanquisher. Heal 4, can you Guardian Spirit?
Cultists.
Yep. Kill the cultists.
My GA is up. Should I save?
Yeah, but we're pushing him right now. And we need to start moving, just circle everyone, circle.
You mean square?
Sorry, yes, square, I'm so sorry. Is he not at 45%? Okay.
Yep, they
Everyone
to
just square.
46.
Finish the Fiend's range. We're coming to stacking on square, we're stacking tight. CC the Phoenix is spawn. And then we have a Vanquisher, we're focusing on the Vanquisher as well. Everyone come to square. Oh. And turn him around. Stack, stack, stack. Move from the Ember. Volume to be ahead of us, or whoever has the boss. Frontal.
I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Tyrant there. I couldn't.
Try to be yours, Clark.
Damn, dude.
Then
Okay. Go ahead and wipe it.
Releasing.
Um,
The phase is bad.
yes, there was a lot of shit up. Alec, will you run back? Everyone else just stay.
Our timing was really off in that transition right there.
Actually, wait, Clark, do you have B-reses?
I do not. So I'm pretty sure that the not killing the guy works.
Okay.
But I don't know how much. I don't know how much damage his like cast gate or whatever it's called does.
I'm pretty sure we'll be fine if we let it go. So we can try getting him to like 20% and then just stopping.
Yeah. Because it didn't seem. It seemed like the timer for
So,
the first gargoyle.
I'm gonna go back to Horn Nightmare, I think, on this.
And then, so I think I'm a little confused about phase 2.
Yeah.
So, the boss has a frontal. So, you want me south of everyone if I'm taking the boss?
So like we're at square, you're at X.
Okay.
And
And
then
then when
explode.
he does his big frontal, everyone's just dodging. And then
Yeah.
we will.
So like if he turns to us for the big frontal, we run through to X basically. And then
And what
Ember.
happens if he goes on me? We just run really far south?
Oh, does it leave a thing?
I thought so.
Let me
I
check.
got killed from ground thing, yeah.
the smoldering
Well,
ember
but you might have
does-
gotten killed by the other thing. Definitely leaves a ground thing.
The Ember Blast leaves a
The
ground.
soak leaves a ground thing. The fiery strike.
Do you play any other specs or have alts? I'm trying to figure out what alt I want to play right now.
Just Ember Blast. Okay, yeah, that's the
I have like
So, like, we
basically
also
every
get square,
class
you get
level
an X,
50,
and
but
then
I
you go
haven't
black,
leveled
we
the
got
second
to
class to
Ember
60 yet.
Ember Blast goes out. You go to circle. We go to X, etc.
I was gonna do a poll
So,
and then
never mind. I was just confused.
on
'cause
like
I
what
thought his
alt
big
I thought
frontal
like
was
what kind of content for like
Some of us
another
out of
character would
8%.
people be interested in?
um,
Because I don't really know what I want to play as like an alt.
it looks
I
like
just started it from really far away. I should
it
be
looks
able
like
to
there's
get
just a
I
bunch.
mean, you can
of,
step up a bunch, like.
yeah, of damage
you
up.
can be here.
Oh, so you meant for the res.
Yeah, I've played Destro some, and I haven't really played Affliction very much, but I just don't like the other specs as much as I like Demo. Like they're fine, they're cool. I just Demo's just way more enjoyable, and I'm better at Demo, so Demo's just more fun for me to play.
For the frontal, like by the time he did his big frontal, we were in the right positioning. He just turned to someone random. Right?
Yes.
Because that's what he does.
So I'll try to call it out better. But like if he turns to us and casts a frontal, or if he just starts casting, just run through him towards the tank, and then we can go back once the frontal's gone.
Well, let's switch our
I'm putting on a feast.
legendary.
So we're only stepping south as quickly as Ember Blasts go out. Is the goal.
Exactly, yes.
Let's try.
Juan, were you able to see the Phoenixes at the start?
Actually,
Yeah, but I think the entangle broke pretty quickly, and I was only able to Souls 1 as they were gonna split up.
Yeah, I would say.
I can
Ember
wait till they're
Blast.
closer.
Ember Blast, we're all soaking as a group. We're not doing immunities. So if you have Ember Blast, you're staying, and then once it goes off, we move. Maybe start with Ursuls, and then hopefully that doesn't snare the big boys, because I think people.
Ellie Shaman's a fun ult. Yeah, it's a good
Let's
suggestion.
try Ursuls, then root, and I'll try to call for like a cap totem or something from Alec.
Sure, I can also Typhoon them away if they're starting to get very close.
You think I could have the same performance as a Kieran?
So
Yeah.
we're gonna try leaving Darathos at like
Yeah, you
20%
definitely
health
could.
this time. Just to see. And then for the on pull, like it's replicates GA immediately into Blaris into heal 4. I'll try to call it out, but like I'm really focused on pressing Holy Light.
So for the Ember Blast, we're having everyone soak even though there's a dot on every person that soaks. Is that not that bad?
It's supposed to be divided among 6 people, so only 6 people should get it.
Even if you have more than 6?
I hope so, because that's what it says.
Okay, that's fair.
And worst case, we'll ask for AMCs and survive. Yeah. So we're not killing Darathos or leaving him up. Get him low to like 20% and then stop.
Yeah, but at the start, we're just gonna pull everything in and blast it all. It's just once everything else is dead, we stop. He'll never die first. He has win.
Yep. Let me just check one thing.
I wonder if I should just save cooldowns then.
Nate, eat the feast. Rocky, eat the feast.
But yeah, as a Kieran, you could like the Covenant isn't that impactful to any of my performance. If anything, I would say Night Fae probably does better because I think they can get a higher health boost with their stuff, but it's also going to change depending on the timing of unlocking certain parts of your soulbind tree. Right? If some people are getting access to like power spike type like soulbinds or conduits, then
I did eat the feast.
Oh, good. Then hit ready.
yeah, but you should play whatever
Coach,
Covenant
do
you
need your
like.
Gateway from like center to square. Maybe like a little bit shy of square so people don't accidentally reverse click it.
Yeah, I can do it once we start, like once we pull.
Okay. Then we're gonna pull.
I don't want to body pull.
Yeah, this is Star Wool, not World Star. Jeez.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and just hold this. Raveg with the big $5 super chat. Had any crazy pulls with the horned RNG?
I made the mistake of not healing enough. They're done.
Hey, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I have had some times that I've gotten some lucky pulls and my tyrant has like popped off when I've been doing like DPS on the target dummies.
Yeah, good job. Pestil's DPS, good job.
Chill out there, those.
Yep, we got a gargoyle coming.
Do we stop on Darathos now?
Yep.
Yeah, but it's pretty noticeable because 3 imps is about 15k combined health.
Spread out circles.
So it's definitely noticeable when you get a couple procs. So you get like 9 imps in the opener, and it's pretty.
I mean, it didn't freeze it.
It's delayed, so just kill the gargoyle.
We killed Darathos now then.
Kill them both. Shit soon. We got Assassin's Wall. Pushing. Kill the occultists. Okay, we got shade. We gotta move to circle.
Square.
I'll get Shade Guard, you take Vanquisher.
CC the Phoenix's Quan if you can root one. There's one coming.
I can't even see. Who the hell am I supposed to be like?
Move forward.
Oh, KT?
Move if you can, player. It's on us. Move to the surge. Okay, so Blazing Surge we gotta watch out for. If you have CC for the Phoenixes, just use it. And keep blasting. Stack, coach.
Shit. I think that was both of those back to back.
Clear taunt when you can.
Stock wiggles.
Yeah, it was. He was the. Yeah, it got hit by both of those.
Oh, don't take that, Robin.
So you just got to be like really ready to move right away. Isn't Demo the worst DPS right now? No.
It's
I don't think
better, but the
so.
transition is still like bad when we have a cultist up, so I think maybe we delay.
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I think they're all pretty close. I think Affliction's ahead, but I think Destro and Demo are pretty close.
Don't release, do not release.
I need to repair, so I'm gonna release.
Are Sims reliable for Demo?
Yeah,
I mean,
if you have to repair, do it. We'll drop a lock then. Coaches up.
it's hard to say. I don't really know for sure. Like, I haven't really simmed at all, so it's hard for me to tell you compared to Sims, like how my actual performance is. But I haven't been simming at all. I've just been trying to kind of figure out what makes the most sense. The reality is I don't have a bunch of similar eye level things to even compare. So it's like everything I'm picking is the highest eye level. What's that map out on? It's called Sexy Map.
Release, but you probably shouldn't need to. I don't know.
Do you use Implosion often? PvP? No, I don't. Gotta get back to duty.
Yeah,
Hope
if
the
we say
stream
one
goes
fix,
well,
it's
brother.
just not,
Hey,
like,
thanks so
don't
much for the
waste our
super
time.
chat, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Really standing and everything, and then it just phased to the next phase, and everything stopped doing damage.
Yeah. I don't know how I could have died there.
So you're saying we got by the first phase?
Yes.
Bluffer, to your point earlier, what you're saying for PvP stats, you basically always want to prioritize haste and verse. Those are the two best. One way you need to kind of look at PvP stats as well, especially as a caster when you have any kind of utility, there's more stuff going on than just your DPS, right? So haste is significant because it impacts things like fear and shadow fury. Like it has impact on your utility, whereas no matter how much mastery you have, no matter how much crit you have, you're not benefiting it from it at all when you're casting things like fear. And fear is a huge part of what your normal casts are in like arena. So that's why generally speaking, people are prioritizing haste, ensuring you have faster casts to get more, just sequence of casts off is generally going to be more impactful.
That's a good choice.
It doesn't matter how much damage your Tyrant does if it's a 2-second cast and you can't get it off because you have zero haste. You know what I mean?
Whichever tank has it, when he's casting Ember Blast, just order to be moving so he catches
Link the equipment legendary, please. Yeah, I'm using Horn Nightmare. Horn Nightmare. I'm actually maining Lock right now, but really feeling torn because I'm getting rejected from Mythic invites a lot. Do people like ask your spec when they invite you to Mythic? I haven't had anyone ask me my spec, surprisingly, in Mythic Plus.
Putting down a feast.
I think people know, like, if you're talking about Mythic Plus, like, Demo is very good in Mythic Plus. Because your consistent AoE is very strong. Like, if anything, I would say, if you're going to talk about Demonology having a weak spot, I would say potentially raid DPS. But, like, I mean, you'll see on these fights, I'm doing fine. If you look at, like, logs and stuff, the DPS difference isn't that much between different specs where, like, if you're not on, limit or whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. If you're talking about equal gear and equal amounts of mechanics that you're having to dodge between both specs, it's not like a huge difference either way. But that's like my personal outlook on people playing like off meta stuff. Like if I was doing, 20% less DPS than everyone, like I get it, but that's not the case with with retail in general. Everything for the most part is pretty balanced, and things fluctuate a lot, right? So they could easily do a 5% buff to Demo all of a sudden, and Demo's like the go-to spec for raid. Like that's not something that's ridiculous or out of the question.
Like I said, if you put like 2 flasks in a week, like that, if everyone puts in 2 flasks, like that will basically cover our cauldrons, and you won't have to use 3 flasks. So, put stuff in legal bank: herbs, meat, fish, flasks.
I sim a lot. My sims for Demo are not even 4K, but my sims for Affliction are above 4K.
If you want to use the herbs in the guild bank. to
See,
make
like-
the flasks and like send them to either
So-
me or Joda. That's fine too.
This is like, for example, I don't know the answer to this question, but if I'm simming, right? If I equipped this trinket, do you think the sim is going to calculate me pre-casting this with my fleshcraft health bonus and then stacking all my minions' health? And like this setup, these two trinkets are the highest performing trinkets currently that we can use in a raid environment. You can look on the Warcraft logs. It's like head and shoulders noticeably higher than the alternative setups people are running. I would be amazed if
Yep, just blast. use
you would
pretzels,
sim and it would say, go get the PvP health trinket. I could be wrong. Maybe it will tell you to do that. I don't think it's factoring those things because it's just, there's no way to really easily calculate that kind of stuff because it's kind of like theory crafty, right?
If infusers are up, we cannot phase.
And I think that's part of why I'm doing, I think, disproportionately higher DPS than I am compared to other people playing more meta stuff is because I think that's a super strong
and trying to think.
trinket combo that's a little bit like disproportionately strong compared to if I was running just like a normal int trinket, right?
I'm not sure. DK. Oh no, you're melee. If just do your best to slow and root the phoenixes, because if they get close, it will be very bad. Like I saw a great typhoon and a bunch of other stuff. Some chains of ice. Just like keep them away from us if we can.
Yeah, I'll throw chains out when I can.
You ready, Glar?
Yeah.
It has its own tricks. Yeah, I mean I just don't know how much of that you can actually sim accurately, right? And I haven't simmed myself at all, so I can't tell you because I don't really know personally from like my own personal experience.
Okay. Do you not get the soon announcement?
I'm gonna hold Tyrant here because I feel like it was kind of like useless that last time. I'll pop Demonic Strength though. This is a fight where you can definitely use Implosion.
Petals if you can.
Please get out.
Yes. Healers heal the things. And players GS, so they bonus him.
Are we killing this thing? We're killing it or are we stopping?
We're killing it.
Killing.
Heal for GS.
Can you dispel Doom? Yeah, it's a curse. So like mages and shamans and druids can dispel it. But it's an 8-second cooldown for them to dispel it. So it's like it's still something even against those comps. I still run Doom and I still spam it all the time.
Keep doing petals if you can.
45%.
Yep. Push. Assassin's coming. Occultists. We're gonna push them like right now. Oh boy. Okay, kill the occultists. Everyone get to square. Use the lock gate if you have to. Seize with the phoenixes, slow them. They're coming with the mobs. Okay, stack up on square, So, move.
Oh shit.
Stack. Okay.
Jesus, dude, I'm taking so much damage.
I'm down, sir.
I feel like we're doing something wrong.
Ethan, do you want to use rallying cries for those
Yeah.
stacks?
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling for that. I think, Glar, it might be when the frontal hits someone it leaves fire. Unless it may just be the Phoenix is getting close.
It's possible. So the frontal's leaving fire. I don't know if it's only if it hits someone, or if it always does because someone's always getting hit.
Best legendary for Demo PvP? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know.
It's really hard to see which way he's facing.
I've been playing with the Dreadstalker legendary today, and I'm thinking that's gonna be my go-to for PvP.
Before the occultists.
But I can't tell you that for certain that that's like the best one.
We got him at 43% before the occultist
Definitely
came.
is
A shout out to the healers real quick. You guys have to keep pumping at 45%. You can't stop until he phases. We had like a whole 12 seconds there of him just sitting at 45%.
Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you. No, we're
We
not gonna
could
stall.
that, but
This fight, I think, would be more interesting with
like,
Destro and Wilfred. Maybe. I don't know.
I would just say like I think
So when you use the crit trinket,
when
ideally,
the gargoyle comes down, there are still DPS
right
that
after I summon
click
Tyrant.
the pedals that haven't and they hit the gargoyle. Just if you can click the pedal without taking someone off, just do it then.
But ideally you go basically summoning up
should always be someone on those
Grimoire,
pillars.
Vilefiend, Dreadstalkers, get back up to 5 shards, Hand of Gul'dan, Tyrant, and then I do Decimating Bolt, and then ideally my trinket's off cooldown here, and I pop the crit trinket like in conjunction with my Decimating Bolt to give the int and the crit, and then I usually will pop Blood Fury as well as Demonic Strength off the back of the Tyrant right there as well. That's generally what I'm trying to do. But if mechanics come up while you're like in the middle of like the fight and stuff, it's hard to do that.
I mean, like having 4 people start
sometimes.
off is good. It's just like with assassins and the Inquisitor's damage buff, it's kind of sketch. I'd say like when the assassins return to stone, because we can stop that with DB and blinding light, like maybe then some people can split off. I don't want to have to like assign people in groups to do it. Like maybe I should, but like if you don't have the debuff and you can go click it, just go click it. All that really matters in the first phase is like how much healing we're doing.
I'll feast here.
Okay, thank you.
The problem with the dog Lego PvP is that when I look at my details, I don't cast that many Hand of Gul'dans to get huge value from this legendary. Casting more Hand of Gul'dans, I think, is something that comes with like just a lot more playing, because I feel like I get a good amount of Hand of Gul'dan casts off because I intentionally get kicked in Shadow to then be able to hard cast Hand of Gul'dan and Demon Bolts to keep my pressure up. But it took me kind of a while of figuring out that playstyle to get to that point. So I think it's going to come down a lot to preference and like playstyle. But I like very regularly, intentionally will have, 3 or 5 shards and like 2 stacks of demonic core, and I intentionally get kicked on fear or drain life. And then I start hard casting Hand of Gul'dan, Demon Bolt, Hand of Gul'dan, Demon Bolt into their face when they have their kick on cooldown.
Solzair, will you drop AMZ on us?
Then you go into that with like your imps up, you cast Dreadstalkers and they're buffed up, and it's like a really solid
I can do that. No problem.
burst that doesn't have hardly any cooldown associated with it.
Reason we want to go to square instead of going to.
Can you guys hear them talking okay? Or is it just like dead silent? It's not. You guys can kind of hear them, right? It looks like the volume's kind of up
fire
there.
stays during the next phase, and we want it to be on the edges.
Okay. How about where I am right now?
The Phoenixes start where like the Inquisitor is and come like it's just ideally we get them on the edges of the room because they're leaving fire that stays forever.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the edge of the room.
Right, but they travel through the center of the room to get here.
They travel through the center of the room to get to square.
Yes, but they're more like on the edge towards the pedestals.
Okay. So the upside of here is that every time that we phase, all the melee are right here killing occultists.
Yeah.
There's just downtime for us.
That's
well,
a
it's
good point.
downtime. It's also that they're casting. So like a couple of times I think I've noticed like DKs are doing a good job gripping them when they can, but like we're leaving them behind, which is bad.
Okay, I think this pull...
It wouldn't be a problem if we just phased before the occultists.
Yes,
but
this pull we're going to try to phase before the occultists. Next pull we'll start on occultists if we need to. Okay?
I like it.
So before we go, just to confirm for the soak order for what you're doing, you're going to do Spirit Link first, and then we're going to AMZ on top of that, and we're going to use shouts after that, or all together?
All together. We're using 3 cooldowns just to make sure the transition is like semi-clean.
Okay. Yeah, right. We're operating on the assumption that there's going to be ads up for that.
Alright, just wanted to make sure.
Please, if no one's using the pedestal, even if the gargoyle spawns, like go click the pedestal if you can.
Oh, I didn't
Just
mean to
be
take a
watchful for
flask.
the AoE.
Well, whatever.
And also, please get out with do not stack with your circles because healers are not always going to be healing you.
Thoughts on demonic synergy? It's fine. It's an okay legendary. It's the same issue I have with Horn Nightmare, that like the proc chance, like 15% chance, random kind of proc chance stuff. I'm just not a huge fan of that. There's nothing wrong with it. I just, it's just to me that's it's a little bit tougher to. I don't know. It's hard for me to like have a lot of value with those when it's just random procs. It feels like it's not a lot under your control.
Good, GA's up. Go for it. Use the pedestals.
At this point, I have no idea what the pedestals do, but I feel like we've done this fight too many times for me to ask that stupid question now.
Go near pedestals.
Just, you keep using pedestals. Kogi, Coach, Liam, you can be next if you want. Shade's coming.
I don't even know what they do, man. I just said it.
Keep up in. Cool. CC the Phoenixes. Kill the gargoyle.
Holy shit. Do you guys see that lag?
Stack. Spirit Link, shout. Okay, move forwards, move forwards. Phoenix coming. Frontal, run through the boss.
Nice. I saw that one. That was the first time I actually have seen
Back
it.
to the right, the side if you can. Liam, shout. Stack, stack, stack. Moving. Here's Glar. Frontal, frontal.
Hitting him up right now.
Oh. How long is he going to be alive? Do I have enough time for my burst here?
Stack, coach. Move. Move through. We're back behind him.
Big burst. Go.
Stack. Oh, okay, good. We're back in the face.
Am I doing damage right now? Oh. Is that good? Oh, we're top damage. Let's go. What's up with it?
If you can, there's fire by one. Just go to the right side.
Use pedestals.
Oh, apparently pedestals can kill you.
Well, I don't want to touch it now. We almost killed him right there. I don't remember. Do we like?
Yep. Keep doing pedestals if we can. There's a lot of ads.
What happens? Cannot interact with the soul pedestal. Okay. Damn. I'm gonna hold Vile Fiend.
Yeah. Kill the Infuse is their number one priority.
Where are the infusers? Oh. What is this mark? Is this an assassin? Yeah, it is.
We are overrun.
Yes. Can you be res a healer, please? Just spam it. Just spam it on people. You can use it multiple times.
Sorry, actually.
Just
It's okay.
May or may not have been aware.
no. You can use.
I'm going. I'm going.
I can on get the entrance.
You should be able to.
I'm doing it right now.
Sorry.
Yeah. So when we're B-resing for like so resets, like B-res as many people as you can, because once the fight ends, they can all take them. Yeah.
You want me to on res?
Well, that was better. Even though we like
Yeah, just
lagged
not
out
release.
in that first part of the
was a
transition
lot
there, I
better.
could
I
like at
think
least
I
kind of like
realized-
see the mechanics happening. They heal Kale? Okay.
The problem is people are getting hit by the tank mechanic because it comes right after the movement cone. So like as soon as I yell like go through and we move,
Too
you
much
need to move back
RNG?
in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the tank mechanic dot will just clap you.
Something about that. Could we have like the tanks be like right next to the wall over there, like on the east side
Hold on,
of
let
the
me-
east wall, and then the, like our stack is just across
hear this part real
from
quick.
them, you know, like straight out from the wall on the other side, so that way when we're moving along the wall, we never have to like cross over the tanks and stuff. Like we're just moving parallel with each other, parallel to the wall.
I mean the thing is he'll turn to one of us to do the frontal, and the easiest way to get out
Yeah, I
of it
need to
because of the
repair
width is just
too.
run through.
But then we're not getting hit by like the small cleave that's goes on the tank always. I forget what it's called. Like the ember, whatever.
The burning revenants from the fragging strike. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I thought there is enough time to go back without getting hit. You just have to be very quick.
He drops a circle and then does the cleave like back to back, but there is enough time to not get hit by both. We just you have to be ready for it.
Not the big cone he does, because that we can dodge no matter what, because there's a cast on it. It's the one that he casts on his current target. I thought it was like the Ember Blast or something.
It's fiery strike, and what I'm saying is, I
Fiery
believe
strike,
there's enough time to just step past for the big AOE one, and then step back for that tank one. I like when I say like go through the boss, you shouldn't like fell rush 30 feet away. You should just like walk through till like you're barely outside his back, or like until you're just far enough to knock a cone, and then you just run back. It's going to be tight and require a lot of like personal movement, but we can definitely do it.
What's up, Chrismira? How you doing? Hopefully I said that right. Can I repair from this guy? Damn it, no I can't.
The reason I think what we're doing is better than that is that to move the boss south.
For PvP, you think Necro or Night Phase better? That's hard call.
Side, we have to go to his south, then move south, and then go back to his west, right? Which is, I think, more likely to catch DPS with the frontal as we're like moving.
It's a hard call because the Night Phase movement ability is pretty massive. I haven't played Night Phase, so it's hard for me to really tell you the difference between the two. I think they're both strong. I think the mobility is probably pretty massive, but I could also see Necro's damage being like percent based with the shield that you get, as well as the damage from the decimating bolt on your demon bolt being percent based. As we get later into the game with better gear.
And yeah, the big
nice.
circles are the Inquisitor, the little red arrows are the assassins, and they will blink to you and hit people around you.
Fuck yeah.
Especially
Like, just
knowing
hook
that
me up with
pull
the
whenever it's
fatty
just stack
enchant.
trying to cleave, please don't do that.
Those are going to scale really hard. Whereas like the Night Fae one, the value you're getting from the movement speed, you're getting it right now. It's going to be basically the same movement speed, right? And Soul Rot's not like a very significant cooldown when it comes to demo from like a DPS or like scaling or whatever late game. So I think Necro might be one of those things where like right now it's a little bit weaker by comparison, but I think as we get better and better gear, I could see Necro being very, very good for Demonology. I think they're not all equal depending on what specs you're playing, but I think Necro just caters so much to Demonology. Fleshcraft scales so well with just like our tankiness and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's go for the full opener here.
Pedestals.
Keep doing pedestals. Oh, there's an essence font alive. Good.
I need to move this stupid warning messaging thing.
Gargoyle, keep pushing as hard as we can. Keep doing pedestals if you don't have the debuff. Coach, you can do a pedestal. Wiggles, you can do a pedestal. Libby, you can do a pedestal.
Cultists. Assassins.
On the wearing the shit as well.
Oh,
Move to square.
Louboutin, or Claritin to make sure I'll get shit.
Try to slow the phoenixes. Spirit link. Shout. Move forwards. Stun the phoenixes if we can. Move through frontal. Move back.
okay, I'm gonna go 3 shards. I'm gonna go cooldown tier on KT.
It's gonna be a wipe. Get a beer res out on me if you can, or just anyone who can res.
Why is it gonna be a wipe? Everyone died?
We're just gonna have. We'll just have Coach Soulstone a healer from now on. Actually, wait, Coach Soulstone a healer. You have a beer res. Okay, don't release. We have a Soulstone out. Make sure everything resets. Okay, so we did not pump hard enough that time.
I think it's for 61k.
Yeah, the difference is monumental. It's 5 new ads if we hit that.
Yeah.
If we hit that, we probably should.
Major problem with Necro's first conduit
Yeah, but then
in the first soul bond is the buffs from corpses is really useless in PvP. Yeah, it's definitely not good, but I would say that the last one that you get in that same tree is very strong for PvP, right? 8 seconds of CC immunity, I think, is gonna be. I mean, like we haven't gotten to play with it yet, right? So I don't know that for sure, but I think it's gonna be insane.
Yes.
What legendary are you rocking? We are using Ring of Horn Nightmare.
Yeah, I want players who's like
There's a bunch of those up on the...
Oh, you mean between them getting healed?
Well, when the Guardians go up, it seems like they're not back to back to back, and we have some of those.
But yeah, Bloodford, to your point on demonic synergy, the RNG aspect of demonic synergy is just something I'm not a huge fan of. And we ourselves aren't doing that much damage percentage-wise, so it doesn't scale for Demo the same way it does for like Affliction or Destro, right? Where like you getting a 15% damage bonus is pretty massive. That's not that big of a buff for us as Demo because Demon Bolt's not that huge of a part of our damage, and neither is Shadow Bolt, at least with the spec that I'm currently playing. Maybe it would be good if you went like a Demon Bolt build potentially, but with the setups I've been trying, it's wouldn't be like a good legendary. I don't like the RNG random proc kind of stuff. Is just a little too tough to play around in my opinion.
Go down. We will do it.
Do we want food?
I am feasting. Yeah, on the go behind him and come back, we definitely have enough time, but probably like when you go through the first time, you probably can't start a cast. You gotta just be ready to go back over.
Do you have any other in mind because of the ring, but
So it's a small thing, but for DPS.
but haven't been able to test due to Soul Ash? Like any other legendaries that I think would be good besides Horn Nightmare? Is that what you mean, Kevin? Yeah, Wilfred's is also a good option. The Dreadstalker one even potentially could be good. Demonic Synergy is good. Like those are all going to be like fine overall.
We want it to be like
I don't think the DPS difference from any of the legendaries is going to be massive, unless it's some specific situation with a certain fight potentially.
But we want to phase them before we get occultists.
Yeah, I meant RNG. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Horn Nightmare RNG. We were talking about this earlier. I'm a huge fan. I just crafted the Dreadstalker legendary today. I just posted that video up earlier. I'm a huge fan of that legendary so far. But I just made it today, so I haven't gotten to test it. There's a chance. I'm going to try and see if I can make it work in like a single target build potentially. And like running that instead of Horn Nightmare. I don't know if it'll be better from an overall DPS perspective, but there's a chance it is. Or there's a chance I can make it be comparable, right? Be close.
Yeah, if we can get Skullman, can you grip the close right one, and Solzair, if you can grip the purple diamond one at the start, that would be great.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna pull. please do pedestals. Like, I don't want to have to ask.
Okay, we're gonna get 2 full Handigal Dan casts off here because we got procs. I'm also gonna go ahead and Fellstorm right there when they're all stacked. One more. Tyrant. Big damage. Pop a crit trinket. Tyrant's popping off. 7,800.
Duplicate.
Whatever the hell his
And
cast
we,
is called.
Guardian Spirit. Ox 4.
Non-crit. Big damn.
Fonts.
We're at 8k DPS right there in that first opener.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Keep pumping. If you can do the thing, the pedestal next, you need to do next reading shade soon.
I need you guys to help me remember to move this shit because it's overlapping and it's ugly. It's bugging me.
Reading shade. We're gonna bring the gargoyle over. I still want Travis shout on AMZ and Link for the first symbol blast. Stack on square. And do your best to bring your tanks. I know it sucks. CC the phoenixes if you can, Quan. Stack. We're moving. Try to get back behind them. We're inching up. It's stay where we are.
Didn't we just all just get hit by that?
Stack. We're moving forwards. Don't be in front.
Shit. I was in front.
Can we throw out Beerus? Oh no, used. Go ahead and wipe it.
Are we intentionally leaving that gargoyle up?
No, we need to kill him.
Because
focus.
yeah, I was just single targeting him, but like I feel like he was up for a while.
He was. We had some people dead, but yeah, if we like, that was really good phasing. I think. Did we even have assassins, or was it just gargoyle?
It's just gargoyle.
Okay, then gargoyle needs to die first as we get into position. Don't release unless you need to repair.
If I want to share
First healing with the blast.
the relic legendary between
in the
PvP
first
and
phase, like,
PvE,
please use your personals.
should I go haste mastery or
and
haste
health
verse?
cells, because,
I have gone haste verse on every
if you
legendary.
alter, or if you pedestal, not at full health, I don't think it'll kill you, but if anything else hits you, it will kill you. Actually, no, they can't kill you. So, like, top yourself to full. AMZ, AMS, cloak, all that stuff works. Cloak might be buggy, but
Haste verse is the go-to because the DPS difference overall between verse, crit, and mastery is very, very, very small. Very small. And verse is always good in PvP. Haste is like the best stat, just period. So that's like always what your priority should be. But all the other stats are very close from like a DPS perspective, and verse is significantly stronger in a PvP perspective. So for that reason, I always go haste verse when I can pick. I think it would be probably would be optimal if I was going haste mastery for PvE. I think that would probably overall be better, but it's really, really negligible. I don't think it would be by very much.
I've been moving the second he starts casting it.
Okay, I think we might need to wait like for one tick of the embers, which sounds risky, but if we move too early, we get frontaled, and that's not worth it.
Watching it later, I want to try the Dreadstalkers and Implosion potential builds, but don't have the Soul Ash. Yeah, no, I feel you. I haven't built the Implosion Legendary yet either, because I don't have enough Soul Ash. I only have I have like all level 1 legendaries. I've just been trying the different ones, because I still don't know, like, I'm not confident which one I would want to even like level up first to like higher item level, you know? I'd rather just kind of play different setups and try them out.
DPS is make sure that, like, I think we can have everyone just DPS until it's Darethos. Well, for the first burst at least, but I noticed while Darethos was still up, some of the fonts were empty. Like, not being used.
feast.
Now that you've tested Wilfred's and Nightmare, which one do you prefer for rating? I don't know if I make my Nightmare rank 4 or craft Wilfred's. So if you're running this 2-minute like health trinket setup with demonic consumption, like this playstyle, I personally like Horror Nightmare more. Wilfred's is what people are using that are the highest parsing demo locks right now, with basically this setup and running Wilfred's instead of Horror Nightmare. I haven't gotten good enough at that playstyle yet. I like Wilfred's a lot if you're not running Grimoire.
And then I don't have taunt up again for too long.
They're both really close. I would pick whichever one of those two you like playstyle more.
Like you get too many stacks.
Horror Nightmare gives you a 2-minute, very clean window every 2 minutes. Wilfred's gives you tyrants in between each Grimoire, and it kind of is like a little bit more to manage. I don't know if that's like a good job of answering that question, but that's kind of, at this point, that's my 2 cents. To me, Horror Nightmare is easier to pull off. Oh, what, do we need a closet?
No, but you need to soulstone a healer and then eat the feast.
Which one?
Anyone.
Ethan, how about you feel about using soulstones as kind of like a cooldown and calling it out like you do for shouts? Just kind of like a secondary one for the second part of that phase.
You mean health stones?
Yeah, sorry, health stones.
I'm fine with it. I'm gonna say just like at some point in the fight I will probably say like health stones, personals, everything, because shit's hitting the fan. If you don't use your health stone in phase 1, because you don't need to for some reason, because you have like AMS or something, then like that's fine.
Okay, I was more wondering if it's better for that second part of that fight to use personals on a different spot and then use cookies for a second spot, just to kind of like make sure we can keep extending through it. Kind of like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll just be calling for more rage cooldowns during that. I haven't been great about it because I'm trying to survive.
Yeah, I figured.
Players, your soulstoned, don't necessarily, like, if you die along with like 6 other people, don't take it. We're gonna use it to reset, but like, if it's just you, then take it. Cool, we're gonna pull. I liked whatever we did for pushing, whether that was pedestal or guardian spirit timing or whatever.
Love to see videos. Love to see you talking about Night Fae versus Necro. That's a good idea. A little late on that. That's a good video idea though. No, that'd be could be a good one for sure. I need to do a little more research on Night Fae. Honestly, I don't know anything about Night Fae really. I know people say that that's supposedly the best
Can we get a guardian
covenant.
spirit up? Kill the caster.
I don't know why that opener was so scuffed. Was I just a little bit late?
Go for it, use it.
I don't think I even extended my Dreadstalkers there. I think it was like a little slow.
First time because Travis is dead. Use your fonts or use your things. Don't cuck other people.
Got him.
Shade. Really good. We're going to.
There's no gargoyle.
Gargoyle. We killed. Hey, we get a circle. We killed Gargoyle first. We're focusing it down. Quan, do your best on the Phoenixes. And just anyone you can stop the Phoenixes, slow them. We're hitting the Gargoyle. We're going on square. Kill the Gargoyle. Stack. Link. Okay, stay for a second. Now go forwards. Kill the Gargoyle. Keep slowing Phoenixes. Run through, Spectral. And then we're going straight back. Straight back. Stack. Wait for a second. Run through. Just run forward.
Nice.
Run through. Frontal. Immediately back. Typhoon the Phoenix is anything we have.
Can we keep moving?
Nice.
Yeah, let's go a little bit if we can. Stack. Back here. Okay, we're behind the boss.
Guys, you can't stand in front of the boss. Coach.
Move. Go back behind.
Sorry, I'm just trying to do deeps.
Push up.
I'm tyranning here pretty early because
Stack. push it. Run through. Be ready to run back. Okay, we're phased. Good job. We're back to doing what we did before.
Nice job, guys.
I'm starting the cycle again with GS.
Okay.
I don't have GA yet.
Okay. That's fine. He's pistol. Polaris, I think maybe save yours for occultists.
We're gonna have ads on the sides, guys. Remember.
Yeah, there's gonna be infusers. And remember, we're going to purple for the next intermission.
I can sell the ones on the left.
Pedestals if you can.
I should get 1 stack.
Assassin.
We have 2 unoccupied pedestals.
Yep. It's okay right now. We're working on ad cleanup.
We can't do pedestals.
Yep.
Guys, we need DPS.
Go kill stuff. Infusers right and left. Get the infusers. We need a lot of help on the right. They're novid.
It's hot, it's hot.
That assassin returned.
Finish the vanquisher. Oh. There's infuser.
Infuser.
Yeah, there's infusers on the right side, guys.
He's down.
Yeah, be resuming is fine. Gotta get the infusers if we can.
Okay, I'm gonna go burst cooldowns here.
Infusers.
Players, can you GS him? We're all on the ads now. Finish the ads as best as you can.
Should get a healer.
Damn. I feel like we just don't have enough damage. Shit, like we need to be just killing all these ads.
On clear.
Focus the stone, guys.
Shade coming.
Try to cleave everything down. I'll warrior shot if we have it. Okay. Be as someone, coach or Quan. Okay.
I'm dead.
Not release. We have the soul stone. So that was great. That's the furthest we've been.
Thanks for representing all the demo locks out there. Hey.
We're gonna have to lay off the pedestals
Thanks,
going
man.
into phase 2 because ads became a problem. I think that's fine though.
We're
'cause
trying, we're
phase 4 is
trying.
Crazy. I'm not worried about that. The other thing is, I know I was a stack target, but Ember blasts need to be dropped as close to the previous blast as possible. This might mean that melee you like take a second out from the boss, but like, what would happen is, like it would be the boss. We can't control how far the boss moves really. We're getting like we have a rough amount we can work with it. So just like, if you get the blast, we all need to move like basically overlapping with almost the other blast to make sure we maximize space. The other thing is assassins need to like, when they turn to stone, you need to finish them off. I'm not able to blinding light them right now. Maybe, do you have it, Nate? You do, okay, so we can,
Yeah.
you have like 1 blinding light and 1 DP, we shouldn't have to use them. When assassins are like turning to stone, they're like in execute range, you can kill them.
I think if we can clean that up, we'll feel a lot less overwhelmed.
Yes.
So for now, can we say in the second phase 1, we can have 1 set of people go to pillars and after that, no more? I feel like we need all our DPS for that phase.
I think it's okay if we don't. Well,
Or are they really a big part?
no,
of
I think in phase, no, I think.
What should we do after this, guys? Should you guys want to? Should we do a BG or 2? Show you guys the Dreadstalker legendary in action.
I would much rather we clean up ads and then.
I think our raid. I think we're done in like 15 minutes with raid.
The first pedestal I think is fine just because there are no ads up. But after that, it's like if we're leaving ads up and they're wailing on people, that's healing that the healers are doing. So it's like diminishes the value of the monster.
Yeah, I guess as we come out of phase 2, like if you're mobile, beeline for the thing and use it once. Travis, don't die on pull.
I'm using a Horn Nightmare right now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You probably charged in and got meleeed because
Hold
the
on.
tanks go to pick up the side ads.
Yeah, you got meleeed for 32k by the Darathos.
Yeah, but
Also,
Lars
use the
just-
eat the feast.
Why are you charging Darathos?
Yeah, he's
I
his
just-
priority.
Just charge one of the assassins. I get the least threat on Darathos because no one's supposed to be main target.
Yeah, but like you threw a weapon at him and I just charged to get
I'm
rage.
also surprised you had more threat than the weapon in charge.
Yeah.
But I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, no, I'm
can-
surprised. That's weird.
To
I don't know,
avoid
maybe
dying,
my weapon missed or something.
to avoid dying from charge, you can always like heroic leap into the pedestal and start it off. You know.
I act like I won't.
Do we want a DPS to be like marking a kill target when it's that hectic in phase 2?
No, because it should follow the priority of infusers, occultists, gargoyles, assassins, imps. So what's gonna happen though is like as soon as we exit, the first ads that spawn after phase 2 are gonna be infusers on both halves. We need to just like go to them, CC them. I know the left half is on fire, but
No, they're not.
There's a chance that the
I'm pretty sure
Dreadstalker
okay, they may not, like, they
legendary
spawn very fast into the phase.
actually
I
would
believe
perform
Sarge
very
will
well on
with
this
a
if you paired it
gargoyle
with Dreadlash.
The imps.
No, because infusers.
Because
are more
there's so much
occultists.
AoE in these that you might actually get a lot of value from it.
Pretty sure.
Like,
Liam and Clara, are you ready?
the fact that you'd be using it constantly, I could see it actually doing really well in this fight. How you liking it? I like Horn Nightmare. It's okay.
Because the melee literally can't touch it.
Liam and Andrew, ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna pull whatever we did to blast him that far. Fucking do
We
it.
have the soulstone out.
Oh, Coach Soulstone Blair's. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter here. Just a healer.
Shit.
Thank you.
Okay.
Pedestals if we can. He's castigating.
Getting this thing a lot.
Oh, hit the essence font. Oh god. Go for it. Can you use your thing? Yeah. Push. Pedestals if we can. Okay, we got assassins. Still going to square. I know we got gargoyle. Gargoyle does first. We're all on square.
Can we do this fast enough to not get the gargoyle? Is that a thing?
Slow the phoenixes if we can. Okay. Skewed up. Ember blast. Stack on square. Stack on square. This is fine. Now move forwards, but not through him. Okay, this is we're right behind him. This is perfect. Run through him. Run through him.
I run
We're going
back,
back,
right?
going
Yeah, okay.
Hitting the gargoyle. Can you scoot up a little bit, Clark? Stack, stack. Wait a second. Okay, go. Kill the gargoyle.
Go through him.
Run through.
Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Good, now we're on the shed. Try to stack on square, people. I know this is rough. Stack with it. Wait a second. Go. Run through. Okay, I think we need to move the boss faster, which I know takes up more space. But the Phoenix is so caught up. Stack. Let's just reset it. Just beer as heal for, and just start beersing people as many as you can. I know, but it makes it a little bit faster.
What's wrong with the phoenixes being right there?
They do damage to us.
Do
They can
we
be
have
fire.
a Reaper bot?
Do they do like AoE as well as the fire? Like if just they're too close, but.
Yes, if they're close, they pulse.
Dang it. We're getting better though. I'm feeling the rhythm of that phase there. I feel like that was a pretty clean spread of the fire.
Yes. I think like. Give me 1 sec to check. Robin, do you still? Yeah, we have a repair bot.
But yeah, James, Horn Nightmare is a solid.
Most of the people that
A solid legendary choice. It's always solid
faster and use less room.
for any content you're doing. So definitely recommend it if you're trying to pick a legendary that's just going to be good for Mythic Plus and rating and PvP and just decent all around.
Yeah, I mean, we can
What's
move
up,
more.
Big Plasma, dude?
I know I am. I assume Muki is trying to move
been a
as
minute.
little as possible while trying to give you room, because like, I mean, we used what, like 70% of the room there, right?
Yeah, and I don't think we need a ton of more room. It's just like the amount of space I have when I'm like running back. It's not enough to know if it's fire or not because there's too many bodies.
Yep. Okay. We can move a little more. I think for the Phoenixes also we want to move a little bit more each
I
time.
was gonna say like an emphasis on later into the phase, because like right away we can just inch him, because it's literally just the Ember Blast bring down the fire. But once those Phoenixes get close, we can really just start moving him farther and farther.
Typhoon and Shining Force are really valuable here.
Yeah, I'm using them on cooldown.
I don't know. Priest, Shining Force if you have a global.
What's up, Ugly? How you doing?
So, I can try
Oh, Plasma, you raided.
and blinking back.
Hey,
No,
thanks for the
if
raid,
anything, you
man.
would blink Nova,
Big thanks.
because it's
Thank
a
you.
longer CC.
Nova doesn't work.
I don't have like a sound thing that happens when that happens, so I have to like check at the notification. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it,
I
man.
don't think it's actually working. I've tried a few times. And
Thanks for the content. Gives me some faith in the spec. I'm glad to
It's
hear
just
that.
slow, so DKs keep chancing, and we'll use Typhoon and.
Just
Shining
stick
Force.
with it. I promise. Demo's decent.
Knockbacks work as well.
That's Shining Force and Typhoon. Coach, can you put down a lock portal, please?
I think
Actually, it's too
blind
late.
would work.
If even if blind works, I'm pretty sure.
They use like different words every time they're telling me to do different Warlock things, and it
Sarah,
gets
if you
real
wanna try blinding
confusing.
one of them at the start, or feel free to. And if it works, that's great. I'm skeptical. Oh, you did? Did it work? Okay. So we're gonna go on slows and knockbacks and just get them like, if they catch up to us, just knock them back into the fire behind us. That's fine.
Can I fear one of the Phoenixes?
I really doubt it.
Yes, you can.
I don't think fear was working when I was using it.
I feared them.
I fear that.
I can try this time.
Yeah, like fearing's unreliable.
You're unreliable.
If we dot them,
Just a
maybe
spooky
just
mage.
double
Yeah,
dot
that's a
them,
good way
might
to
just,
put
like,
it.
die by the time that we,
A spooky mage.
And they get closer. Like they were pretty low that one time.
Okay, that's a good point. Priest, and Boomkin and Warlock try to dot them up. I would like
Boomkin
us to
emotes
just
don't make
kill the
sense.
boss and ignore
I know,
them,
I
but
know.
we might have to end up killing them once or twice.
Let's do this. Leroy! I'm just kidding.
That's gone best.
It's
We
not gonna
didn't need
pull.
to kill the Phoenixes, so if it's lowering your DPS on the shade, I don't think it's worth it.
Thanks for the demo content. Gives me faith in the spec. Yeah, of course, man.
Killing them isn't.
I'm excited to show you guys some of this arena content.
Blairus, are you dropping?
The
your
arena games have
DPS
been
immediately
super
after
fun to play, and I
Zen,
think
or
you
when
guys
the
will get
spots are down?
a kick out of seeing demo arena.
Okay.
I missed it the last time.
And like I'm gonna go through and do kind of like
Heal for
play-by-play
as soon as you
stuff.
see the essence font start to like appear because the occultists die, I want you to GS, and we're just gonna blast the fonts.
Pretty sure you can cursive exhaustion it. Yeah, I do cursive exhaustion it, but that's like not that exciting. It's not that big of a slow.
It's huge.
I did do that on one of them though.
It's just so hectic, I forget, but I'll try.
This is probably gonna be our last pull, so let's make it a good one.
Oh wait, can I get Hellstone? Sorry.
Want me to charge again and die? That was like our best attempt.
Yeah, if we could just stop having our warriors die on pull.
If you could get out with Castigate, then.
You want me to soulstone Blair's again, right?
Sure.
Coach, could you drop Soulwell? Or whatever the Hellstone's one is called?
Yeah, I'll drop it over here to the side.
Cool. Get out with your shit.
Emphasis on what Slack just said.
All right, guys, we're getting closer with this. Cross your fingers.
Kill them. Like, get out with the Castigate.
I think we got it this time. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay, we got a demonic core proc, so we're gonna be good here for 2, 3 shard hands. 2 tyrant, decimating bolt.
Curian, you can get rid of the assassin lead.
Guardian Spirit Blurs. I'm going to pump the font.
Bogey out.
Keep pumping.
When I start getting these demonic core procs right here, I'm gonna start
Do
moving.
your thing. Use the pedestals if we can.
We don't lose DPS that way, right? We're doing little clever hippity hoppities. Like Buddy Rabbit our way over to these pedestals.
Should soon. Push. Just gargoyle. Okay, gargoyle needs to die. We're going to square. Top people quickly. We're stacked on square. I know this sucks melee, but kill the gargoyle. Stack, stack. Okay, walk forwards. Just little as we can. Kill the gargoyle. Slow the phoenixes. Run through the boss, run through the boss. We're going back to the other side.
Yeah, fear didn't do
Stack on
shit.
crouch. Wait a second.
Ha!
Run through. Knock away the phoenixes if we can. Just go to the left. Good knocks. We're behind the boss. We're stacking on square for the thing. Stack.
Oh.
And we wait a second. Okay, we'll go forward. This is great. Run through. Run back.
Getting
Can you move
kind
a
of
little bit?
cooked.
Okay. Stack. Liam, shout. Cool. Top people. Okay. Like, one
Oh.
person can do a thing. Like, 4 people can do the thing. Everyone else is scared for ads. And infusers need to die.
Okay, I'm gonna run over
Coach,
here.
When you have a chance, can you make your gate the same but the other direction?
Yes. Remember, we're going to purple next fit.
A kill order.
See that timing? See how good that was? Oh, what the hell just happened?
Assassins.
What canceled it?
Infuser's coming. Just kill
We
the thing
gotta,
and
we
return
gotta
it.
return some.
Kill the thing. There's another one returning.
Assassins.
Guardian Angel
down.
on Sun King.
Kill the infusers, their priority. Dot the other shit if you can. Got a guard coming.
I almost have my burst back up. 5 seconds.
Do you want Lust here?
Nope.
1, 2. Okay, we should be good here at the burst.
Purpler shout. Actually.
I think I
Lust,
can
we're pushing.
get.
Lust and kill the ads. We're pushing. Got 2 more purple. Oh, we got so many ads. Kill the ads. We're focusing on us getting the purple. Kill the returning
There are
starter.
infusers on the far side.
Just kill.
Kill Kale. Where's Kale?
We're on diamond. Everyone stack up.
Single target Kale.
Stack. Yeah, move a little bit. Healthstone's personal.
I have him. I'll do it on the next one.
Run through.
Assassin's step.
No, we can't do it. That's too much
Nope.
infusion.
The infusers are done.
Yeah.
It was worth a try though.
Throw it.
bit though.
That was so
No,
close.
we have a soul out, so just don't release. We're past raid time. We'll do a already check to see when we'll fall, depending on what we'll do it. That was really great though. I'm super happy with that phase. And if we had phased him like a tiny bit sooner, then we would be able to push it.
So like if we kill like if we phase KT earlier, we don't get that second wave of ads and the infusers there, and then we transition and just do like we did the first time.
Correct.
Yes. Ideally, we don't have infusers up because we can't do anything with them up.
If we have infusers up, we can't do the fight.
Yeah.
Like that's basically.
Yes.
If you transition with infusers up, it's over.
I'm gonna ready check.
How much faster did we have to push it there?
3 seconds.
Yeah, not much.
Okay.
Like KT spawned when the infusers spawned.
I'm gonna do a ready check. Hit no if you can't keep pulling. Hit yes if you want to keep pulling.
I can do like it'd be a max of 1 for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
One more.
I will drop a feast.
I'm not
Travis,
super
you
far
gotta go
off at eye level, but you still do like
Also,
2k more DPS than me. Spec's not very forgiving. Yeah, the spec is very contingent on doing stuff in the right order. That's for sure.
Because
I would not be.
I would think you should save them if you are and use them on the first shade phase.
What legendary am I using? I'm using Horn
I
Nightmare
think
right
these
now.
guys are
Horn
pretty
Nightmare.
Negligible damage
The
wise.
ring.
Like we're able to kill these guys in a
Can
lot
pull
of
up
times.
talents and
So
stuff
if you are
again.
popping your defense or offensive cooldowns, I'd maybe try to hold off and wait to use them on shade phase 1.
I'm also just going straight to a pedestal because we have more than enough damage to kill those guys initially. We could probably have another 2 or 3 people do that too.
Was that after the first shade phase?
Like literally at the start of the fight, I don't even touch the first ads at all. I just run straight to a pedestal because everything melts so quickly.
Okay.
Before I leave, I've got an Eternal Flask, since I'm an alchemist and my shit lasts 2 hours. If your flask's about to run out, please trade Verex before I leave the group.
Hey Ethan, quick thought for the after the first shade phase. Do we maybe want to save Guardian Spirits until we kill the infusers and have that huge buff? Because I was ripping
so, yeah.
100k heals on Kale.
Yeah, you got the first orb, so I didn't get it. I was really sad, but yes,
But,
I think.
The cameras look a little off.
I think
Whatever.
Mine's usually not up.
Okay, I don't know
Mine will be up.
how long does Spirit last?
12 seconds.
Okay, so
Oh,
we'll
I
have
got it talented. Or,
I'm connected to it for 15.
I like saving for. I want to save at least 1 for when they're down, because that also lines up with wings, and that's nutty.
So what we can do is we can either some of us are we have.
We'll be real close here.
One will let us reset the cooldown.
Cross your fingers, guys.
Die, and the other extends its duration by 5 seconds. We can only have one of those. So if there's a preference, let us know.
I think so. In the second phase 1 after the first shade, I think. God. So Robin, you have it, and Blaris and Teal4, you don't have yours, right?
I have the 1 minute talent, so I will always have mine at the start of each phase.
Okay, then I think probably.
Well, it sounds like we should have everyone run that talent.
I'm during that second phase.
What they're talking about, if you guys don't know, on this fight, when you're healing KT, Guardian Angel is like really strong because it gives you like an amplified healing.
Pops it, Blaris, you just hold
So they're basically like chaining their heal amplifications to try and rush through the phases.
Yes.
Yeah. Trade Baby Joda.
But I feel like that talent would be really strong.
Alright, I'm gonna go Heart of the Wild as well. I can try to pump some heals in this first phase so we don't get the Vanquisher maybe.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. And then like Nate, if you wanna fucking like lay on hands him, feel free when there's a GS up.
Sorry, I missed that. Who?
If you want the KT, if you want to just throw when the spirits are up after you kill the shit, if you want to just throw a lay on hands on him, big woggies. I'm gonna ready check.
Info.
Oh yes, please, Joda.
Hey, good job on the assassins too. Make sure when we get to that second ad phase that we're kind of paying attention to what the assassins are up to, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, letting assassins heal is
it's a game loser.
We are gonna pull. Actually, I'm gonna make a bomb this oil really quick, then we're gonna pull.
Also, anyone that's does dots and stuff, just dot up all the imps because they're not going down and they're just kind of.
And on the reverse side, if not, you know, just toss them up.
Okay, go. Wiggles.
Oh, I messed that up. I messed it up, guys! I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it here.
Blair's Guardian Spirit. Pump the Essence Fonts. Cool, pump Kill Floss. Robin, Guardian Spirit.
Please find it start.
Oh, okay, my things glitched out, you're fine. Keep pumping, everyone. Kill the guy. Pump harder. If you're an Aspect that can heal, just fucking pump. Kill this guy. Fucking amazing. We're going to square. Kill this guy. Oh, we got here. We're forced guard. Okay, we kill Gargoyle. We're on square. Just do the dance. Good. Whoever did knockbacks in the Phoenixes, that was great. We're gonna back up a tiny bit more if we can. Like, we have plenty of room. We're on the Gargoyle. Last. Wait a second. Okay, move. On the Gargoyle. Run through him, run through him.
I'm actually holding ring.
Run back. Kill that Gargoyle. Stack. Here's Clark. We need to knock back the Phoenixes. Stack. Hold for a second. Go through.
Yeah, I got it
Run, dodge. Stack. Don't be in front of him. Cool. Kill people with a dog.
I spirit now.
No, hold.
Hold.
For our infusers, because we don't have Blairs.
Okay.
No, just hold yours. We'll just really make good use of the buff. Assassin's coming as well.
Careful with Assassin Mark.
Can I use a bomb limb here?
Sure. Can we get a warrior shot, Liam? Actually, I don't think we don't have one. Can you AMZ?
I used it.
No one said AMZ, use it. Kill the return to stone. Return to stones, then infusers. Okay, infusers. We're gonna gargoyle as well, kill those infusers.
Spiriting.
Kill Force Spirit.
Do you want Lost here?
Yes. Kill the
There's more infusers.
Okay, kill the infusers. We're gonna stop pumping.
Stone.
Yep, returns.
Fuck. I kind of messed up
But yeah,
right
have to
there.
kill infusers before we fizz, so stop healing kill. There's a lot shot. Infusers a priority.
I think we got him, didn't we?
Are they all dead?
Yeah. They're all dead.
We're
We got
pushing.
B-res, by the way.
Here's Blaris.
He's really far. I'm going. Where is he? Blaris, where are you?
First side, I'm on the first side where we did the face circle.
Get Glar.
Yeah.
There's so many ads.
Come on!
Yeah. It took a long time because Blaris was dead. That's fine. We had good progression on this fight. It's just we still need to figure out the timing for this phase. Really good job tonight. We came in and had very.
That was close. That was.
Reclears and
I feel like we got that next week for sure, or like tomorrow, whenever the hell we do it again.
probably we'll get this boss next time we're here. Now that we know how to do it a little bit better.
You have a Raider IO profile? I honestly have no idea.
Tomorrow, will
I don't
be
know.
gone, so I believe the plan is normal.
Correct.
So come get whatever last pieces you need from normal, because everyone could at least use one, like 200 level piece somewhere.
Yep. And so next week we'll be also raiding Tuesday, Wednesday, normal, and heroic, and then after that next week I believe you're going full in on heroics. So
yes.
be prepared for that.
Should we do so we're done with the raid for tonight. Should we do a BG? You want me to show you guys the Dreadstalker legendary?
Should be moving the boss even more in that phase too, because I'm looking, people are still getting hit by the tank dot too much. Is that just everyone's running out of room still, or?
Did that just
I don't know if I have Raider IO, but
Yeah,
it's my character's name. You can see is
Is that me
Coachella.
problem or them problem?
It's a them problem. It's doable.
And I'm on Bleeding Hollow.
Pretty big dot.
I'm pretty sure no one else has their name spelled like this either. So I think if
it's
you
just
like look it
you
up
don't
on
need to be
like
as afraid of Ember
Raider
Blast,
IO
like
or
I'm saying,
something
stand
that
to take a
it'll
check
be pretty
while he
easy to
casts the
find if you
frontal
want to
and
look it
then
up.
move out.
I haven't looked up though. I'm sure it's up there though.
Pretty much using
Which nameplate add-on do you give? That's gives shards under the target's health bar. I think
Is it cool?
my
if I come
nameplate
tomorrow?
add-on is KUI nameplate.
Cool.
KUI nameplate. KUI nameplate. And this is weak auras. I'm assuming you mean like the actual nameplate. Well, let's queue for a BG.
Congrats, man.
Let's do a quick BG. That was a good raid though tonight. We got what is that, 4 down?
Hey, Ethan, can I talk to you for quick?
Yeah, we got 4 down. Solid. Okay. So we'll hop out of Discord there with them. Let's turn on some music here. So here's what I do basically for PvP. I keep all my gear the same because I'm basically just always running the highest eye level gear. I run Doom. If we're going to play this Dreadstalker setup, we're going to go Dreadlash and Doom. Call Observer is actually pretty solid in BG situations. Pretty solid in BG situations. Other options that I would say are very good and consistently just reliable, strong choices. Gateway Mastery is very good. Essence Drain is very good. Netherward's not bad, but it can be dispelled and it only lasts for 3 seconds. So it's an option for sure, but it's like, I feel like you have to be really, really good at timing it to be able to utilize it well. Amplify Curse also could potentially be good. And Call Fell Lord is a decent choice if you're going against a bunch of melee cleaves. However, the AoE radius of it in like BG environment is pretty small. And the other thing that I don't like about it is it costs 2 shards. What was I gonna look up? It costs 2 shards, which can kind of mess up like your kind of like burst rotation or just overall kind of just rotation. So I haven't personally been using Call of Fellord that much as I used to. Call Observer is really strong. Like this procs a lot against Disc Priest, Mages, Shadow Priest, Affliction Locks. Like any casters, this is a really strong option if you're kind of near each other. But against melee cleaves, a lot of times I pick Essence Drain because it's just very solid, or Gateway Mastery. It just kind of depends. They're all of those are very, very good options. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, man? And then the other thing is, let's go ahead and swap. We need to swap our covenant. So I actually have the Plague Divisor covenant set up with Carnivorous Stalkers and the Life Drain conduit as well. So this is the other basically setup I've been running. This Ooze Frictionless Coating is also a really, really solid PvP proc, like just massive health passive type thing. That's really good. Do you think Drain Life with a legendary deals solid damage as a basic damage ability? For me, it's 600 damage a second. That's a good point. I don't know, honestly. I could see that potentially being good. I mean, the only downside is it doesn't generate shards and it doesn't spend shards. So you're just kind of sitting there drain lifing. It might be totally great. I mean, it definitely makes you real tanky, right? It makes you real hard to kill. Let's queue for skirmishes too. And let's queue for deep 6. I'm pretty sure that the skirms will pop sooner, but at least we'll get to kind of mess around. Our flask is gonna like be dispelled as soon as we jump in the skirmish, huh? Did some mythic runs tonight and felt pretty lackluster. I don't know, maybe just an off night. Still haven't figured out how to properly implode. So I can. Are you running the From the Shadows setup with Dreadlash with like the debuff? Oh, nice. So if you're running From the Shadows, you basically assume you have some amount of imps up, whatever that number is. You cast Dreadstalkers, and then you implode immediately. Then you cast, your Demon Bolt, Shadow Bolt, whichever, if you have procs or not, in Hand to Gul'dan's. And you generally can get 2 Hand to Gul'dan's off. But very worst case, you get 1 Hand to Gul'dan off and implode again before the From the Shadows debuff falls off. And that's basically what you're rinsing and repeating. So you have 2 implode windows, and then in between your Dreadstalkers, you're just trying to build up as many imps as you can. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense a little bit. Okay, here we go. What the hell just feared me? There was no one next to me. That's weird. What is going on, dude? There's a guy like attacking me from the air. What the fuck? You guys see this? What? What the hell was that? I got feared and silenced by a Shadow Priest that was invisible. Do you ever use corruption? I don't. I don't know if there's actually any use cases for it or not, but I don't use it at all. Don't implode outside of Dreadstalker's window. I do not implode outside of Dreadstalker window. I mean, assuming you're using From the Shadows. If you're not using From the Shadows, then you can kind of just implode whenever. But if you're using From the Shadows, it's 20% bonus damage, so it's worth pairing it. Cast Vile Fiend here. We'll go just big damage here actually on this guy. Wow, this is a big group. I might be in trouble. Also, I accidentally just used a int potion right there because my keybinds are for raid. That's great. You can see we're doing a lot of damage there though, and like Dreadbite, move this down. See how much damage Dreadbite does in these BGs? It's really, really solid. This is kind of a Seething Shore is not a great BG to really either even showcase this either because it's so kind of like random and chaotic, but whatever, make it work. Mage cheating, I don't know, that was weird. I I've never had that happen. It was a mage and a shadow priest. My buff bar is called Elkano's buff bar. Elkano. Elkano. Elkano's buff bar. Okay, those guys are getting that. Actually, we have 2 spawns over here. Generally with this BG, you want to play towards where you get multiple spawns in close proximity. So if there's 2 spawns over here, it's important to prioritize trying to win these fights over trying to like run around randomly. Cursive tongues. I'm just gonna sit this. I'm still super healthy. Fire locked. I'm gonna shadow bolt here. Okay, so we're gonna do Grimoire into Vile Fiend, Coil into Tyrant. He's immune somehow. Okay. That's super annoying. Dude, that's the Shadow Priest that was trolling. But you generate shards with Doom and Soul Strike when you have everything else on cooldown with Drain Life. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. If you've figured out a way to make that playstyle work, you know, play it. I haven't crafted the Drain Life Legendary yet, so it's hard for me to really say too much about it because I haven't gotten to play it. I think pairing it with Essence Drain is very, very strong. I think that's like a really, really strong combo, especially with there being so many, you know, melee comps right now. You know, that's something that I could see being real valuable. I just haven't played it yet, though. Okay, let's go this priest here. Cast slow on him. I'm gonna fear this mage. I'm gonna coil into Decimating Bolt here. And then I'm gonna pet stun him out of this. Okay. Fear here. Okay, I have my big cooldowns up right here. I'm not gonna use them on this guy because he's about to die, but we'll use him here in 1 second. Coil just dies in the coil. Okay. I'm gonna go over here to this node. Nice. Oh my goodness, we're sapped. Damn. That sucks. Really? All right, buddy. I don't have anything else. She's like every kick and stun on me. Want to take off, man? Have a good night. Thanks for the demo content. Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I need to figure out how to change my details to show like overall BG numbers, because I haven't it used to do that, but it hasn't been doing that as of late. So this is my big damage combo here when I have everything up. Vile Fiend, oh of course he's, dude, it's this guy. Fuck this guy. Little army. Nice. So we did okay damage wise. Nothing super crazy, but you get the idea. I can't show, it doesn't show me overall, but you can see like these Dreadstalker hits, like we're getting a bunch of these and they're a big portion of our damage, much more so when you're running this setup than they usually are. We can try this in a skirmish, see if maybe we can get some good burst. Probably do like one more BG and then I'm gonna hop off. Can I queue in here or no? Yeah. Okay, so Fire Mage, Shadow Priest. So we'll use Call Observer here. This might be a tough one. We'll see. Let's fade. That's okay. I'm gonna just burst through that. Got him. Oh. Okay, he's gonna probably kick this. I'm gonna fear him right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wall here. He's probably gonna kick this. I'm gonna fear here, decimating bolt. Oh, he blocked that. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I'm also gonna fleshcraft. Fear again just to keep him from casting. Decimating bolt. Finish him off. Okay, I'll portal back up. Kill the pod. Nice. So like in this setup, you can see Dreadbite and Dreadstalkers was still a big chunk of our damage here, right? I think we only got a few procs off that game, so nothing like insane, but It's still like constant, reliable damage. Let me change this to not my macro. Oh, this is an elite. I'm like, what the hell? Let's see if we get get a bunch of stacks here. Get like 20 stacks on our dogs. They're hitting for like 520 damage a piece though, their autos. Dreadbite did 9,500 damage. Video was helpful for all the content playing Demonology. Nice, man. I'm glad to hear it. You see that though? Like, so that was one Dreadbite, 3,500 damage, right? So you have 2 Dreadbites, and then you also have the chance that it can proc additional Dreadbites, and they're hitting for that. I mean, it's literally what Demon Bolt crits for, right? And like this is just happening in addition to, so you end up getting to where you are pretty significantly buffing, you know, a damage source that is usually not nearly as strong. So he's just gonna shoot me through the wall. Posture check, posture check. I need to do this storyline quest. What do I have a quest here for? Oh, the anima. Hell yeah. Keep up the good work. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, man. I'll try. My hope is here, so over the holidays, we should have time, because this next, like, 10 days is going to be pretty mellow for me, like, from a work perspective. And so I have a bunch of different content I want to get out. I want to get out a bunch of different kind of like PvP arena guide breakdown stuff. So that's going to be kind of a big chunk of stuff I want to put together over the next week or so. And I'm going to try and put together some more Mythic Plus stuff. And I want to test this Dreadstalker legendary a little bit more. Because I definitely think it has a lot of potential. What does this mean? This recovered memory will become available for purchase from the renowned court. Oh! Taking significant damage from it's kind of cut off for you guys. From a player or elite enemy increases your damage and healing by 3% of the damage taken. Up to 9%. That seems like that would probably be kind of OP for PvP. Taking significant... I mean, I don't know what significant damage means, but... Not going to be crafting that anytime soon, though, so whatever. Let's go to... We'll work on the storyline quest while we're waiting for the queue. What legendary will you craft next? I'll probably do another poll on the channel, because that was like the results of the poll that I did for the Dreadstalker legendary was not what I was expecting. And it's kind of fun. Like I intend on crafting all the legendaries, probably honestly all of them to rank 1, unless I get like a real front runner legendary that I really like. I'm probably gonna craft all or a lot of the legendaries that rank 1 to be able to kind of test them all equally before I start spending soul ash, you know, leveling them up. And so I'm probably going to do another poll on the channel to figure out which legendary we'll craft next. I think it'll be between Sifu's, the Implosion legendary, and the Drain Life legendary. I think will probably be what we're picking between. Oh, this game's like already halfway done. Are we getting wrecked? Why is everyone just sitting in the base? Nice. This will be good. Great. Perfect game to queue into. But I'm leaning towards either the Life Drain or the Implosion legendary. But if I start getting to where I really like this legendary for PvP, the Dreadstalker Lego, I'm probably just gonna try to not craft the Drain Life legendary right away. I'm probably gonna kind of just wait on that one and pick one of the other options to test like from a more PvE perspective. We'll have to see. I'll probably only put a few options up on the poll of the ones that I'm like kind of most curious about, like myself, and see. Oh, he's gonna grip us. What the hell's going on? Why are we getting like camped in our thing? Oh shit. Wow. Is this a pre-made? I think it is. Zoljin. This is dumb. It's unfortunate we queued into this. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, guys. Sorry, we kind of end this on a more anticlimactic note. I'm going to keep working on the arena rating. We'll be getting some games going here and try and get some videos up. We might do like an arena stream this weekend as well. I have to kind of just see on timing. But plan is to try and push 2100 here in the next week or so. As Demo, Resto, Shaman, and Twos. I'll put some videos up on that. Like always, thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream and enjoy the content. And we will be posting some more stuff up here real soon. So keep an eye out. Hit that sub button if you're not subbed to be notified when any of that new videos uploaded, streams go live, things like that. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you. We'll leave you with our little Boomkin classic WoW outro here. Have a good night, guys. Thanks again for hanging out. Peace.